You know, for a moment, I was ashamed that I didn't trust you. But I was right not to trust you, wasn't I? Welcome to the show, everybody. My name is Matthew Colville. These are my friends. We're a bunch of game developers who get together on Wednesday nights to play Dungeons & Dragons. Normally, we are joined by our friend Matt O'Driscoll, but Matt O'Driscoll is hungover on an airplane that is not leaving Vegas. So we are going to play without him. Certainly, yeah. I don't know that he's aware that you can just drive here.
He's out. We're replacing him next week.
He's a big wanker anyway.
He's not here to defend him.
With an H.
Wonka.
He's in chat.
Oh,
He's in on the plane?
He's in chat, but he's not here. So that tells you everything you need to know, everybody.
Yeah.
So
Some commitment.
there we go. Awesome.
Everyone just shakes
All
their
right,
heads.
so I turn.
When last we left our heroes, Slim had barred the door of the candle shop, which actually I
I did actually bar it. I just put my hand in front. Say, as if to say, wait.
I'm trying to find a mini that
Just a
properly
moment, ma'am.
represents Lady Orozivaar's role in this. No, that would not.
well, no.
Where's Sil's character?
If I were,
Oh, yeah.
Razalax.
Razalax.
Yeah, I don't have I don't know
Dragons right there.
actually
You want to use it?
Razalax is.
It's right there.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have it?
Up here?
Yep. To the left of the box.
Yeah, grab if you have it.
Okay.
Let's use it. And Slim said, "You can't leave." So yeah, here's Lady Orozivaar.
I believe King said you can't leave.
No, Slim put his hand on the
said
door
stop.
and said, "You can't leave."
I bet Matt walked it back.
And she said,
I take it back.
she said, "Take your hand off that door, or it is battle between us."
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I missed that
And
part.
then I say, have you no honor, Lady Orozivaar? You're going to leave that woman to starve in a trap? She may be an enemy, but nobody deserves that. We carried the Princess Seal, and we intend to bring the Black Iron Pact to justice. And that woman is our best chance at intel for that. Speaking of, this place will only cause chaos in the city and strife for the common folk. A discovery like this will draw the eye of Ajax and cause the houses and guilds to further escalate the war that is brewing. Are you willing to be the individual who causes that suffering to the people of Capital?
Let me see that.
Very nice.
Let me see that. Let me see that.
You hit all the points.
Let me see that.
Oh, King.
Yeah. What's all this then?
Lavi.
Lovely. Oh, man. It's a watertight argument.
Yeah. No.
I'll be the judge of that. Well, go ahead and make a what check are you intending on this being the modifier for?
Logic.
Logic? Unfortunately, as we've learned recently in this country, there is no logic skill.
Would it be persuasion?
Obviously insight, because that's probably 7.
Oh,
Insightful speech.
I don't think you can insight your way into this, so it's probably persuasion.
Or there's probably no
My
chance.
persuasion's okay.
You probably don't have your clothing.
So I would say that this.
Huh?
Your +2 clothing thing? It's probably not on it.
I don't know. Let's see.
Wait! Before you roll, this is your which
I'm
dice do I
seeing
roll?
which one am I going to use first tonight.
I did all this
The
work
answer
to figure
is-
out what Lady Orozivaar can do. I'm gonna be real pissed if she doesn't get to bust out some of her shit.
Real piss.
Well, if she wants to stick around and help us fight shit, then
That's right.
that's not wasting time.
You could use on enemies.
Instead
So-
of sitting around.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Even if he decides to be a wink about it, it's really good.
How was I a wink about it?
No, I said even if he decides to be a wink about it. in
well,
general.
I mean, it wouldn't be the first time that I think of a plan and Matt goes, "Oh, that's really good," except he pulls out a scroll and walks out of the bubble.
Listen, as far as you know, Caloril the Vile had that scroll the entire time.
Did he, though?
Tiganon says Lars should have started with, "Ma'am."
I almost did, but
So we can hear people laughing in the. Go ahead and make a persuasion check with advantage.
Nice.
You wrote out a whole fucking
guidance
speech.
yourself?
can I guide
And
myself
it's
or no?
not. You can't. No. Well, actually, can you guide yourself?
Fine.
Is it just
That's not a
self, or
blanket.
is it just touch, or?
Unless you're pushing rope, and then you might have to guide yourself.
When I say the speech, I touch
Yeah.
my chest.
Oh my god.
I actually don't know. Can you cast Guide? Because I have not cast Guide. Pesto Enthusiast is going to tell us whether or not you can. One of the mods. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. I thought
Okay.
you did.
Yeah. Go ahead.
You're-
Yeah.
you're-
Yeah.
it's your
I think.
god's power, right?
I think this is from the guidance.
Yeah.
I think you've already cast guidance. And this is Akamitsu speaking.
17 plus 3 plus 4.
How do you get +3 +4?
24.
Well, guidance and then
You have a
my
plus.
persuasion.
Well,
is
she
+4.
has anti-persuasion. So now
What?
Seriously?
I'll just let it scroll away.
It wouldn't surprise me. She's a stubborn bitch.
Yeah. Your wink stat.
I don't like being the only mini in this room with Slim. I feel like
I don't
When
like
you're
being
like,
the only
when you're
mini in this
short,
room.
you're just like,
I've
By
got
the
3
way, for the
HP.
record,
where am I at? Am I over there somewhere?
I finished
There I
eating dinner
am,
and I went
my
and wrote that real
beautiful
quick while you guys
horns.
were sitting there talking. And
Yeah.
they said my name once, trying to be wanks. Just
Yeah, I know. I knew when you were writing that. I knew when you came out of your office. And he comes out of his office and he goes, "I got it." And I'm like, I had literally no idea what it was, but no idea. So how does Lady Orozivaar respond?
She pulls out her sword
You kinda
and stabs
said-
me
you-
through the chest.
You've said a couple of the magic words. She definitely does have her hand on her. She has in her left hand. She has the shield made of the falling star metal in her on it, but she hasn't drawn her sword. Her hand is on the pommel. Jesus,
Look at all of us in there.
I don't know if you folks can see this, but
It's on the text.
she certainly
No way.
doesn't feel like she's among friends.
We're just about to give her a hug.
She's
that's
just
all.
among
I
lots
fucking
of
carried
friends.
her ass around.
Yeah,
All
we
right? How's that
carried
not
her.
a friend?
On Big Cat. Nice and comfy.
I do not
Okay.
accept
No.
lectures on honor from mercenaries. What is the woman
Maybe you should.
behind the prismatic wall to you?
The only way to get information on the hidden organization, the Black Iron Pact, that is plaguing the city.
Well, we
or
will get
Ajax.
information once the church finds out how to free her from her prison.
Do you think the church is going to be the people who do that when the church is the one who has potentially incited this war by taking the, what's that organization? Lady Shiromi's organization?
The fulcrum.
The Fulcrum's territory?
I know that the bishop, at the very least, can get through that wall, and I don't think you can. And she goes to open the door and leave.
You can get through that wall.
You just have to believe in yourself.
Slim, are you still blocking the way to the door?
No.
Then she's going to leave.
Well, you told her that the blood is going to be on her hands.
Yep.
Well, she didn't care about a 24. So.
I mean, she
Yeah, what
doesn't.
the
She hasn't attacked you. She's just said that she's going to go tell her boss what's going on, and her boss can fix this.
Or make it worse.
Well, that's on her boss.
No, it's on you. It's on her.
Yeah, we just explained how that's
For
on her. The
fucking
church is
blabbing
already
her mouth.
inciting the
Yeah.
war in the city
I
by
mean-
taking territory. They've already proven that
You
they're-
have mistaken me for another one of your mercenaries. I care not for the.
The city or the innocence within it.
What kind of knight are you?
I'm a knight of the falling star. I'm a knight of Saint Isabella. I seek justice. This is something you know little about. And she leaves.
All right, fuck her. Good riddance. Yeah, we all.
Fuck you
All
then.
right. We head to Scipio.
I'm going to hand
Jerk.
you this. You never know when I'm going to need this again. At some point in the future.
Tear it up. Tear it up.
I did this whole map and everything.
I know,
Well.
you spent a lot of time, and I was like, we're just going to talk about it.
Yeah.
We're just going to talk to her.
Well, you avoided a fight.
For now.
No, yeah. Well,
How chaos plays into our. It's
Yeah.
good. Chaos is good for us.
The little
All right, so you folks are going to
Chaos is a
leave.
ladder.
This, as you can see based on the map, this part, there's actually,
Cool mini.
this is the whole map.
Silvana.
Yeah, it's got, he's got like a halberd and it's broken off, so you can't even see. It's a cool mini,
I see.
but it's seen better days. That's the whole area. This, I think I am missing my laser. My lasers. I'm missing my laser pointer.
Laser.
But this half of the thing, that's your laser pointer. You also need one. This is the abandoned candlemaker's shop, and this is the abandoned butcher shop.
Okay, right next to each other.
I'm sure that somewhere around here is an abandoned baker shop.
That's across the street.
It's disguised self that you have, right? Not.
Yes.
So this is
you
the
can't
street
cast that on other people.
out here. As you guys, this is an alleyway, right? So that's the trap door you folks come up, and Lady Orozivaar leaves peacefully without getting in a fight. You were able to persuade her not to attack you. And you exit out on the into the alleyway. The alleyway is only about 10 feet wide, and it spills out here onto the street. And this, from when you are out on the street, you can see through those little lines are the windows that show the inn.
So I want to interrupt you because I want to change the plan. Do you want to cast disguise self on yourself? Deliver a message to Scipio. Come back, we'll crash and get back in there because we need to take care of it as quickly as possible
Yeah, save
at
these
this
rules.
point.
The clock is ticking.
I have 3 hit points.
You're not going to fight anybody. You're going to go see Angel, talk to Scipio, come back here and crash.
Hopefully he's not going to fight anybody.
Why can't you use your diplomat's patch to have Angel deliver the message, or to have Scipio come here?
Because Scipio doesn't know Angel. We don't want people knowing about this entrance, and right now the only other person other than the chain that knows about it is the stupid dragon lady. So
Gotcha. All right. Yeah, that sounds good.
So you're going to go tell Scipio about Lady Orozivaar, what she knows, where she's going, and let the Sapphire Sky decide what they want to do with her or intercept her, whatever they want to do. And then Angel can come here and give us whatever info dump. You can come back in your disguised self. We can rest and go.
I'm gonna go ahead and cast Cure Wounds on Butts before he leaves.
On butts?
On
Boots.
Butts and boots?
But
That's what I mean.
and
that's
actually,
gonna be,
yeah, fuck it. I'll do the same.
Thanks, cleric.
I would, but I'm all
I forgot
out.
what spell
Are
slot
you
this is.
casting? I'm hearing rumors that you're casting disguise self on yourself.
Yeah.
You're casting disguise boots.
Yes.
And what are you disguising yourself as?
One giant boot.
I think I saw you in Yellow Submarine.
Monopoly.
Yeah, you're like a Monopoly piece.
No, I'll just disguise myself as a sort of a nondescript Riohan who is not,
A mercenary of the Chain of Acheron.
yeah, and massively armed. Right.
Got it.
So you get to roll 2d8 and then add 5 to it.
Yay.
What?
And I'd suggest give the boy his sword back, because then you can stay disguised and go.
He's also got a fancy new rapier.
Yeah, well,
Oh, that's right.
well, yeah, but more so he doesn't have to exit his disguise to prove who he is to. Kid.
Oh.
He can just have a conversation with him and come back.
They have like a meeting room
Maybe. As far as we know, he's sitting in the inn.
and business center.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, just sort of still a Riohan gentleman, but
Okay. And the rest of you are going to stay here and
Sleep or
rest up?
Yeah, some people
Wait.
should rest and wait for him to come back.
Okay.
You should definitely short rest.
We should give Angel and them a heads up if we have a way to contact them, because as soon as that lady starts telling people are going to start coming to the sausage shop.
Yeah. We may want
Angel's
to
probably going to be pissed.
we may want to give up one of our guards or one of the people watching the shop, one of our princess seals, to say, "Hey, fuck off."
Well, I mean, are you volunteering?
Yeah, I mean, I can give mine up for now.
It's
So
not, like
Angel's
we're,
gonna have to pick that up. It's not paper.
it's not like we're in the city, so.
Yeah.
We're like,
Was he?
But
just
we
next
had
door?
told Frost and Soot to go send Angel over,
Yeah.
and they had
that's
already left. So
So I know what you're doing. What are you guys doing?
right.
waiting for Angel to show up here.
Okay. So you head over to the Dancing Minstrel, which is in this same district.
Right.
So you don't have far to go. And it's, I think, when was the last time we did a long rest?
We were about to.
fucking ages
That's
ago.
what we were
Years.
trying to do a long rest
Yeah.
when the, so it's like about an hour before sunset.
Okay.
And the sun is low in the sky, casting long shadows across the city, but it's still bright enough to see without people having to go and light the lamps. And the Dancing Minstrel is, at this time of day, relatively busy. It's about 30 people in it from various walks of life, most of them visiting the city on business, visiting this district on business from other parts of the city. And it takes a second, but you can see Marcellus Scipio is at a table in front of the small stage that has a bard sitting on it playing music. It's very loud in here. A lot of people talking, a lot of people doing business.
Is he by himself at that table?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna walk up and just be like, "Hey, do you mind if I?" And just kind of sit down. And all under
He puts his hand on his not magic sword.
under the table. Sorry. Goodness. Yeah, under the table, I'll hand him his sword, and like
He pushes himself back from the table because he doesn't know what's going on. But then he looks down and he sees his family sword.
and I'll
And he looks
wink
at
at
you
him
like,
and say, "Thanks for this."
he looks at you. He looks at you. He's like, Judge?
The other one,
Copper?
and I'll stick a boot out from under the table
like-
and like sort of nod towards
out.
it.
He puts his hand on the sword and he says, "Are you finished with this?"
Yeah. Found a better one.
Ringwell already yields its secrets, he says. And then he looks around like, oh shit, I gotta be careful what I say, right? And he says
I'm gonna
he's super enthusiastic. Because remember, he's still a college student.
Yeah.
He's super enthusiastic to talk to you about what's going on. So he leans in and he says, "What word from..."
Well, we ran into a spot of bother down there, as it were. I'll just sort of briefly explain that we ran into a group of dudes from Black Iron Pact, and
He's like,
managed to best most of
and
them.
then he looks around like, and puts his hand over his drink for a second, and then he takes a drink and he's like, "Pact. They're one step ahead of us."
Yeah, and what's worse is I think there's one of them inside Ringwell, deeper than we managed to get. Right, quietly.
He says, "This may be above. I am only a newly sponsored member. This may be above my." He doesn't say this may be above my pay grade. But he says the Rioan equivalent of this may be above my pay grade.
Yeah.
He's like, "Come with me,"
All right.
and he throws some coins on the table and walks out.
I'll follow him out and say, what's more, there may be another piece of, well, I don't want to say it's bad news, but
Complication.
it's it's news. You guys should, your organization should certainly know about this.
News? What news? Now you're out on the street, and it's a little bit safer. It's a little harder for somebody to kind of spy on you, but he's leading you down to an alleyway. He's like, "News? What news? Come."
Yes,
news?
well, we weren't the only ones who encountered the Black Iron Pact. There was a Dragonborn knight, a knight of the Falling Star. Followed a small advance party of the Black Iron Pact into Ringwell, fought them, lost one of them. Another one still trapped down there, we think might be a mole that had infiltrated the pact. But
You overwhelmed me with detail.
well, I mean, try and keep up, I guess. College student. Yeah, so I'll explain how she basically, we fought the Black Iron Pact. We ran into a lot of nasty stuff down there, and we were in no condition to be able to physically stop a Knight of the Falling Star from leaving of her own accord.
So he's trying to order things in his head, and it's confusing. A mole? What mean you by this? What mole?
Well, it was she looked like the wizard that we had fought earlier, dressed in the regalia of the Black Iron Pact, but simply took the ring off and said that
A fake.
yeah, rather cryptically, that things are not as they seem, and suggested that that the Black Iron Pact was a common enemy of ours, a mole.
Did you identify yourselves as members of At this point now, you guys are in the alleyway.
Yeah.
Of the sky?
No, only as members of the chain.
Is it possible the vile silencer hasn't told me everything? Yes, and more so, it's likely. Is it possible that she is one of ours?
It's not impossible.
He takes the sapphire ring off his finger and holds it up, and then flips it in the. And as you watch it spin up into the ground, when he catches it out of the air,
We're back to HQ.
you're under its sapphire, this brilliant sapphire sky, a green rolling hills, another world. Angel shows up. It actually, you feel the weight shift in your diplomat's pouch.
I shout.
Interplanar shrug.
What is this place? Across the
Candlemaker
street?
shop?
Yeah, candlemaker shop.
Next to the sausage shop.
Spell candle wrong. Oh.
You're at the Campbell Maker.
Candle maker.
It'll take me days to get there.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. How's it going, everybody? I hope you're having a good time. So, like, there's about 2.5 minutes goes by, and then Angel pops the trapdoor opens up, and Angel goes, "Oh," and he shows up. And Angel's, for those of you who don't know, Angel's a halfling. He's one of the junior officers of the Chain of Acheron, and he is the head of your spy network, which you folks have spent quite a lot of money to found. Do you remember how much you spent?
I think it was about 3,000.
Yeah. So you guys have like a second level spy network based on the number of people he's able to recruit and how much money you guys have spent. And that gives you access to certain actions that you can take every season. And here in Capital, I think a season is probably less than 3 months because urban adventures tend to have, the scale is smaller and things happen faster. But yeah, he shows up and he's like, "What are we doing in here, boss?"
Not drawing attention to the chain being near the butcher's shop, as you stated.
Shouldn't we be at the Dancing Minstrel?
No, we got to go back in there, so we're crashing here and getting back in.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
So what do you need from me?
I thought he wanted to give us an update on. He left an.
I thought you wanted to give him an update.
Well, yeah. Well,
You want to talk to me? I want to talk to you. I'll talk to you.
we'll tell him about Ringwell. We'll tell him about the Black Iron Pact down there. We'll tell him about Lady Orozivaar, that she could be a problem. She's one of the only people outside in Capital that we know of that knows this place.
Right, yeah, that's a problem. So who's she with?
She is with the Knights of the Falling Star. That's what they're called.
He goes, Knights of the Falling Star. Got it. All right.
And she's going to talk to her bishop right
You should
now.
probably be pretty clear with Angel if you're like asking for a hit on her.
Yeah, that's literally what he's going to ask.
Yes.
He's like, "You want me to take care of her?"
Yeah. I don't think we should.
I think we could
You-
probably make it look like an accident. Does anybody know she was down here?
No,
It was
she went
a
here by
quest,
herself.
right? There
How
was a
long ago did
mission.
she leave?
It's been like maybe
Not
5
very long,
minutes.
yeah.
He's
if
like,
even.
"I'm on it," and he's going to leave.
But it was a.
Did you describe
Wait,
it?
are
Hang on a
you
minute.
sending him on a hit?
Hang on, I thought the whole thing, we could have just killed her here if that's the case. But I thought the point is we didn't want to kill her because, like, it would if it could get traced
I can make it look
back.
like an accident, Angel says.
You can, but there's strong magic out there that lets them speak and commune with her after she's dead, and she can tell them otherwise.
Not if she doesn't know how she died.
He also does
Protheus.
have the detect thing, the against detection and location necklace, whatever that we gave him.
Oh.
The question is do we believe Angel can handle this? He's level 5, and you guys were worried that she's higher level.
Well, I just worry that even if he makes it look like an accident, I worry about it getting back to us. I worry about this being a super dangerous thing that gets Angel caught out. Because if we lose Angel, that'd be pretty bad.
Yeah. I think it's more important that we try to make this area not look like where she was. So it's going to be very confusing to find the place. I don't know how familiar she is with this area or following them into there and that kind of thing. Because we want nobody getting further in the butcher shop.
We need some engineers, he says.
We should also protect this area too. I mean, it's not just the butcher, but the candle shop. Two separate.
Yeah, because she came out.
How much does she know about what's going on downstairs? Because Angel hasn't been down there, by the way.
Yeah.
Right? He's been down into the caves that the Black Iron Pact dug looking for Ringwell. That's how he set this whole thing up. But he hasn't been anywhere near like Ringwell the way you guys have. How much does she know about? Does she know what it's called? Did you ever use the term Ringwell around her?
I don't remember if we have.
I'm pretty sure you
Me
told
as
her
Lars, I
everything.
don't remember. I think.
I doubt we ever said that.
I thought King told her everything.
No, I had mentioned that we were here on a mission from the Sapphire Sky.
To get wards.
Because I
their
never
wards.
intended to leave this place with her. But she knows what she's seen. She knows that the Black Iron Pact is down there, and some of them are still down there. She knows that we were down there on a mission to stop the Black Iron Pact, as we stated to her.
If we get
She knows.
we
about
get
the
mud
Emperor's wards.
and the green boots down here, we might be able to move stuff around a little bit. It'll be tight. Like Mud
That's interesting.
and her team, the advancers aren't engineers,
Yeah.
but they do have experience as sappers. It's close. It'd take hours at the least, but I don't know how long it's going to be. But if she knows the name of this place, then she could give it to her boss. Her boss casts a spell. There's a million spells.
Well, there's a lot of
If she
wards
does-
to protect the location of this place in general. But if you know an entrance, you know an entrance.
Yeah, you folks found it.
Well, if he changes
Well,
it,
what
we
else
found
do you
it because
tell-
something escaped from there, and we'll tell him
Right.
about the.
I think he knows.
Celestial
I think he
whatever.
knows. I think he knows that part.
Yeah.
Thank you for the gifted subs, Bort. My son's name is also Bort.
We'll tell him. We'll update him about the Sapphire Sky. That they're.
I think he knows everything that has happened before you guys went into Ringwell.
Oh, okay.
I assume. He set this whole thing up, for instance.
It does
He-
now.
So
we'll tell him about the rod we found down there. We'll tell him about the lady who could be a mole for the Black Iron Pact.
how much do you
down
tell him about? How much do you tell? Like, tell me like I'm him.
there. They're.
This is important.
Yeah. Well, I'm tired.
I know. Lars is actually exhausted.
Can I go write it down? No, I'm just kidding.
Lady, what lady? Is she still down there?
I have a book. Yeah, she's still down there. She's trapped in some kind of prismatic barrier. Her name is Violentia de Lozano. She appears as somebody
Violentia
from,
de Lozano.
Yeah.
Got it.
She appears as somebody from the Black Iron Pact, but has stated that she's not that.
Yeah.
If we can get
What's
her out
this?
of that barrier, she's willing to talk to us.
What did you try?
Well, we tried using the psionic crystal against it. We tried having the Dragonborn woman try to find her way through it. She tried to slam her weapon against it a lot.
Well, he's got doesn't Slim have? Can't Slim just?
No, he tried to do that.
It's an
You can't
anti-magic area.
use magic in the room. It's surrounded by an anti-magic barrier.
Can't use magic in the room.
Yeah. Like I tried to cast
Or
a
out the
spell
room.
into the
Can't use
room,
magic in the
and it
room.
was
Can't use magic in the
ineffectual.
or outside the room.
Sir, do you have any kind of oracular magic available to you right now?
Mhm.
Like what?
Like I can speak with Asmodeus to try and get a reading on something.
Ask Asmodeus what's in that room.
And that's not that kind of thing. The way it works is that I can, if I have a course of action I want to take in the next 30 minutes, I can determine whether it's how the outcome will be generally. But
Real or woe.
yeah,
Angel's like, I don't know, Demi.
I don't know what it means either. You mean both, buddy?
Well, I can't tell you what to do with your. Or he points to the sky, and then he's like, or down there, or down there, maybe.
With my download.
If I
it's-
can rest, I can cast divination.
Oh, we don't got time for that. If I can catch up with this lady, right?
Oh, I see what you're saying. So I can.
Oh.
I just want to
can
know
try
if
to
the
figure out-
gods can see in there. If the gods can't see in there, then we can bag this Knight of the Falling Star, take her down there. No one can find her. But if the gods can see in there, if it's
Right.
only
'Cause if
So
magic
here's-
doesn't work in there,
Here's the thing: there are rooms down there that are lead lined. That no magic. I
Yeah.
mean, you can
Well,
cast
lead
magic
works-
within it, but like but it's
I mean-
supposed to stop things from outside. I think being able to get
lead
in.
works against some stuff.
Yeah.
But if you found a room that no magic can get
Yeah.
into, what counts as magic? He says.
Right.
What counts as magic? Like, okay, so Slim's thing didn't work.
Well,
but
Slim is still able to
stuff
use
didn't work.
psionic.
Yeah, but the church doesn't have access to that kind of crazy alien shit. Angel says. So if the gods can't see in there, then bag this lady, take her down there, and do what you want with her. Tie her up. Don't tie her up. I don't care. But no one can find her.
interesting.
I mean, that
Well,
makes sense.
The
Yeah.
whole ordeal
That's what I
of
was going to
us,
say. If we killed her, we should bring her back down there
Yeah.
so they can't find the body. They'd have to find the place, right?
The whole ordeal
Put her in with the
of
Black Iron
us,
Pact,
of
make it
us
look like they did it.
grabbing her and bringing her down that room probably take like what, half an hour? While he was successful.
Yeah. Well,
Because if so, I can just take a glimpse and see how that's going to turn out for us. But I can't. I don't think there's a way for me to specifically.
I'm just an assassin. I just do what I'm told.
The thing is, my abilities don't allow me to request something specific like that to look into that room.
I'm just saying
I
there's no
guess I
point in
could-
taking her down there. He's like, I haven't been down there, so I haven't seen what you folks have seen, and I haven't done what you people have done. But if they can't see in,
Yeah.
if they can, then it's all we're doing is making stuff worse. But I might be able to go bag her.
Well, if we're gonna bag her anyway, like at the very least, we have to put her somewhere. We should put her in the room where no magic seems to be able to enter it. That's the way that I feel about it. I don't know what you're thinking.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So do you?
But if the gods can see in there, then all we're doing is making things worse, Angel says.
Why don't you cast the spell and
Yeah. What would you ask that would determine if
Just ask him if he can see in there.
we all?
Hey,
yeah,
you
can,
shit?
can you see in this room? We all.
don't-
It's just like whoa.
Yeah.
What about
No, God.
attacking Lady Orozivaar?
I could ask what would be the outcome if we are able to get that mole out. Like if we're able to break her out of the cage she's in, essentially, because that's in that room. And so maybe I can figure out that.
I mean, that's a later problem though.
I know.
But I think that would determine.
but that's
Yeah.
she's trying to say Asmodeus asking about this person in this room, and if he's like what person in what
Like,
room?
who?
Yeah. Then you know the gods can't look in there.
can't see in there.
Yeah. There you go. There you go.
That's the point.
Okay.
Or you could ask him what will happen if we wax this
And put her.
green dragon.
Well, the gods like.
So
will the
back
gods
in
see
the-
if we put her in this
In
room or
this
something.
pocket universe of the
Thing
Sapphire
is,
Sky, you look like Boots
talk
again
about-
now.
Yeah.
As soon as you arrive,
that doesn't make
it may not be
It
obvious
has to
you
be
when
something
you
I
look
think in
yourself.
that room.
But
Yeah.
now you're
right.
back,
And
whether you
so
like it or not.
let us-
Now you're back to being Boots.
Cool.
And you enter the tower of the Sapphire Sky, and you see the normal kind of wizard tower nonsense that happens in here. A lot of
Whiz biz.
research being done, some experimentation. You go up to the top of the tower, and there's the command room. And as was here last time, there's a moon elf, like 12 feet tall, hovering over this pool. And there's a warboard that has a map of capital on it. And there are people discussing various options. And it takes a minute. You're just here talking to Marcellus for a few moments, and then the vial silencer comes in, and he's got it looks like he's like finishing putting his armor on. And this is, as you remember, this is an aging orc, not a half orc, an actual orc, who's wearing this kind of I think it's blue and gold armor of the Sapphire Sky. And he says, "You live. What news from Ringwell?"
Yeah, barely.
Sit.
Thank you.
Marcellus, bring our friend something to drink.
Thanks. Well, news for sure. We got in there. We encountered,
You've made it. You've been to Ringwell. You've been inside.
or to some extent, maybe it was just like sort of an antechamber or something. We came across one door that had these rooms that were filled with gold that had been evacuated, and it was unsealed. And then we found the chamber that the sun elf
Yes.
came from.
Yes, then that is definitely Ringwell proper.
Yeah, but there was
Where in the city is it?
it's beneath this mostly abandoned block of shops.
Well, there are probably many ways down. How did you find it?
We tracked the we tracked the, was it the sun? Yeah, it was the sun elf's tracks. Yeah, we tracked the sun elf back to this abandoned butcher shop.
Well done. Well done.
Found the Black Iron Pact.
The what?
Yeah. And we
When you say you found them, were they already there?
yeah. Well, one was, and well, okay, let me I guess let me run through this chronologically.
He's like, you have to be my eyes and ears, and he gets you a piece of paper and a quill and says and starts like, what did you see? How did you get in?
All right, I'll draw him out a, I'll sketch out the map for him.
He's super interested in this stuff, and now there's got a whole cadre, all the kind of the senior members of the Sapphire Sky that are in this room. And we're all gathering around, and they're all asking questions about like, how did you get in here? What's in this room? What's the floor like? They're fascinated by. Were there signs anywhere? Were there sigils anywhere? Could you read any of the writing? We don't have to roleplay the whole thing, but
yeah, I mean, I'll explain everything that I was there for at least. So
you're not going to try and lie to them,
right?
Okay.
I think I might try and like.
You gonna tell him the stuff I told you to tell him?
Oh God,
important one.
Yeah, he's not here. He's not here. He can't ask you that.
Command can't tell us.
Meta. Yeah, but he's his own man.
I mean, I'm going to give him like the short version of it, right?
Sure.
Yeah. I'm trying to get to this part where
they're obviously more interested in learning about what's going on in Ringwell than hearing the details of your story. They're like, this is something they've been working on for a long time.
Yeah. Well, I guess let me say this then. At a certain point, like once I've kind of explained like the timeline of it all, and like, I'm not going to answer questions about like tiny details. I'm just going to be like, listen, there was someone else there.
Someone else. You said you fought the Black Iron Pact?
We fought the Black Iron Pact. One of them escaped.
They all start looking at each other like, escaped.
Teleported out of there. Just vanished. Broke a stick and then just into thin air. Yeah. You know what that is?
Yes. Yeah, it's an obscure spell that you cast on an object. And it can be any object. It can be something mundane. In fact, it probably should be something mundane. And if that object breaks, it takes you back to wherever you cast the spell.
Clever. Well, yeah, one of them did that. One of them.
Well, the rest of them. How many were there?
We fought 6. So one of the 6 that we fought vanished. There were 3 others that...
You fought 6 members of the Black Iron Pact and only one escaped.
Well, yeah. For the Chain of Acheron.
We picked the right allies. What did you do with the rest? You didn't capture any, did you? He's like, the idea of you capturing a member of the Black Iron Pact, now he's like hungry.
No, we didn't. Aside from the one that escaped dead to the last. But there is one still down there, behind a prismatic barrier, unable to escape.
Prismatic barrier?
But
one of them says, Mentalic Smeller. Yes, a mental shield.
Yeah, this one claims to be to be.
So the vile silencer's like pacing back and forth now, thinking. Every time you say something, he's like, a mole.
Mole.
Mole. Mole. What? Say this again? You trapped one of them. You trapped one of them down there.
One of them became trapped. It wasn't even our doing. It was a glyph in the middle of the room. Trapped them.
Did this happen before you came? Was this?
Yeah.
So one of the wizards.
This is what I've been trying to get to.
He's having a hard time ordering it in his head because it's complex. Because there's more than one group of Black Iron Pact members involved in the story. And anyway.
Before we got there.
Yes.
About
how long before?
An hour, I think. There was a smaller advanced group, 3 of them, that were followed down there by a Knight of the Falling Star, a Dragonborn, Gemstone Dragonborn Knight,
and like that's
from the Church of Saint.
And then one of the other guys in here,
a human,
Isabella, says, "Obscure order, my lord." knights, there are 4 of them. There are only ever 4 of them. Knights of Saint Isabella. Not her greatest knights, but tough.
Yeah, and stubborn as a goat. So, you know, she's been down there. She's sort of, I don't know what all she gleaned from being down there, but she seems to have put herself on a mission to stop the Black Iron Pact at any cost. And so she...
And where is she now?
On her way back to the Church of St. Isabella.
At that, the vile silencer kind of slumps down into a chair. He's not pacing anymore. He's like...
This is basically how we feel about it. I wish there was more we could do, but we had fought a whole bunch of very scary stuff, and I literally died. And I won't bore you with the details, but...
You're a resilient bunch, he says. Night of the Falling. I wish I knew more about the falling star.
I wish I could tell you more, but I failed my history check.
Well, they are apparently an obscure order. I don't know which is more important, this woman you have trapped down there or the one you failed to trap.
Well, the one that's trapped.
How much does this knight know? Did you ever use? He asks the same thing Angel did. Did you ever use the term Ringwell around her?
To my memory, no.
But I was dead.
I was dead, and I probably have some brain damage from the 2 concussions that I received after that.
Well, yeah, he wants to. He's like, all right, lead me through the complex, and he wants to like room by room. What did you got? What did you find?
All right.
And as you're explaining this to him, one of the other wizards that works here is dressed in this really fine-fitting and like really tightly tailored outfit. Comes up and hands him a folder. And the folder has this symbol. It's a circle. It's a blue circle, dark blue circle with a white line down the middle. And
that's the one.
Exploding star. And it's this is like a dossier, but it's like a medieval dossier. It's a bunch of pieces of parchment and notes and stuff like that people have taken, and it's basically what they know about the falling star. Carrie P says, just read him the recap, Boots. Carrie P is the mod who is, as I speak, writing down all the nonsense we get up to.
Yep.
So the folks in chat who joined late can go, hey, what's going on? And get the recap. So yeah, he's asking about all the different rooms. He has a report now on the falling star, and he says he wants to know about the room with the prismatic trap in it. So you say this woman ran in here, and there is a glyph, and the glyph fired.
Yeah.
And you don't think she's a member of the pact?
She claims not to be. You know about the rings?
Yes.
How they fuse to your finger?
We don't have. We have a few, and one of them says we have samples.
Yeah.
Yes, unfortunately, they're all attached to fingers.
She just took hers off and dropped it to the floor and said, things are not as they seem. And at first
Marcellus speaks up and says, I thought perhaps she might be one of ours. And the vile silencer looks at the other, and they're like,
well, it sounds like she could be from a similar organization. She said that our enemies are her own.
Wheels
in almost any regard, I think is.
And she's still down there?
Yeah. There's no magic works within the room, not even.
None?
Yeah.
I should go down there, he says. And Marcel Scipio goes, sir. And all the other ones are like, you should not go down there. And it's like, well, we need to get her out.
Yeah, we tried. And I think we made minor headway. We managed to convince this gemstone dragonborn to hold a psionic crystal and try to force her way through. And it nearly worked, but the effort knocked her unconscious.
There is in the group of wizards and knights that are here in the top level of the Sapphire Tower. I think it's like the Tower of Divination or something like that. One of them's a gemstone dragonborn.
Huh.
And he says, what happened when she tried to bring down the wall?
a hole appeared in it.
He steps
Basically,
forward.
the
How big a
wall
hole?
ish.
The Vile Silencer looks at this knight and says, "What does this mean to you?" And he says, all of the gemstone dragonborns," and he points to himself. "All of the gemstone dragonborn in the city are all many generations removed from the Time Hunter. And even I would only be able to manifest a small amount of psionic energy. But more would probably bring the wall down." And the Vile Silencer's like, "Well, what do we have?" And they all kind of look around like, "Well, not what we need." What does Judge do?
So Judge is going to. So I read over Augury real quick.
Yeah.
Augury says that I can receive an omen about the results of a specific course of action that we plan to take. So rather than trying to work around it by saying, "Oh, what happens if we like try to get this person out of like the barrier in that room?"
Yeah.
I'm gonna go through the like specific course of action. Is that
Sounds
we're
good.
going to take the Dragonborn, we're going to take her down into that room,
Okay.
and then kill her. Basically, it's like do away with her, and it's like how will that turn out for us?
I'm sitting in a corner going la 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 la.
So, well, I'm not. Is there a verbal component to this spell?
A verbal?
Yeah.
There is a verbal component.
Okay, well then I'm going to assume that people that like this is something. It's like a prayer that you speak, right? When you cast this spell,
Yeah.
and so you're going to ask what exactly do you say to Asmodeus? Dear Asmodeus,
Hello, Asmodaddy. I need to know the outcome for the chain. If we bring the Dragonborn Knight into the anti-magic room below and kill her there, if she's able to be found afterwards. Like, how will this turn out for us?
okay, and what are the possible results?
Wheel or woe or wheel and woe. You can also use the words good and bad or good and bad.
Good.
Let me look. There's a detail. There's a specific detail I'm looking for.
Do you want
And I'm not going to find.
Do you want the spell card?
No, it won't be on the spell. I assume that you read me what's on the spell card. Do you want to play Sandwich? Yeah.
It says course of action in the next 30 minutes, and it says what the spell doesn't take into account is any possible circumstances that might change the outcome.
No, that part I get. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there is an option on list that you didn't list.
What?
Okay.
Where?
It's in the. It's the reason I looked up the spell because it's in the player's handbook, not on the card.
What's the purpose of the cards then?
Well, the cards get you, I think, about 80% of the way there, but they are limited in the amount of
What's it
text
say?
they can fit.
How does my shit work?
You
Starts down there. Goes to the next page.
So what's the last option?
Oh, nothing.
And what does it say?
For results that aren't especially good or bad. Wheel and woe is for both good and bad results.
Yeah.
Woe for bad, wheel for good results.
Nothing.
If only I had this on here. Huh? I get nothing back?
No, you do sense the somewhat amused presence of Asmodeus. And the answer it's not an answer, it's not a word. It's almost like
A feeling?
Oh.
it's a wordless shrug.
Oh, well,
We're good boys.
that might be, yeah.
Only I. Let's kill her. Wonder what card I would have pulled. Jester.
The what? The jester?
Yeah. That I feel like that goes
Chaos?
with
Yeah.
the
Chaos? So chaos?
yeah. It's like, oh, you tricked
So
me. Tricked
boss,
the devil.
what's the order, boss? I'm pretty sure I can find, time's a wasted. I'm pretty sure I can find this lady.
Angel, this is me speaking as Lars to the other players. Angel's a resource, and sometimes we gotta roll our resources, even if that's throwing our special arrow down into a lost pit, right?
Speaking of special arrows, what do your other arrows do?
If he tries this,
Web, fireball,
waxed.
ice wall.
we lost our spy
Teleport.
master.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely a big risk, but
I mean, he's I would say a better resource to us alive than dead.
He says, "No, I won't get caught.
Angel, don't get got.
I've been an assassin longer than you've been in the chain. I'm not going to do it myself. Somebody might get caught. Won't be me."
do you have a pass without a trace?
No.
No?
I didn't take it because my ranger ability.
He's already got the
basically
thing that nobody can find him where he's at.
Well, but it just ups his stealth by.
Asmodeus, new phone, who dis?
It's a pretty good spell.
Don't lie to me. I know too.
I mean, I guess we got to try, right?
Yeah. Can we give him anything? What do we like that might help? Like
It doesn't seem like there's any ability to know what's going on in that room. Whatever happens in that room is hidden from the eyes of gods.
so he didn't. He gave that shrug. He's like,
He talks to Leech, and he's like, he and Leech have a little hushed conversation, and Leech grabs a potion off his belt, gives it to Angel. Angel's like, "Got it.
Is it the invisibility potion? No.
It's poison."
poison.
Seems like a bad idea.
It's not Angel who's actually going to be taking care of it. He's going to have one of his spies.
That's what he said to Phil.
Was that just a placate?
That's what he said to Slim.
Was
He didn't talk
that
to
just
Phil.
to placate
He's never
him?
met Phil. That would be super weird. What?
Was that just to placate him? Can I do an insight to see if that was the case?
Well, what does Anna think?
I think it was just to placate him.
Okay,
I
make
think,
an insight check.
I think I get the feeling that what's his bucket? Angel. That Angel wants to, that he's kind of hungry and he wants to do something himself.
I'll also let Angel the reason Boots isn't here is because I sent Boots to alert the Sapphire Sky about this woman as well, to see if they wanted to stop her and bring her in.
Yeah, I only got a 5, so.
You have to trust. You have to.
He's got a good poker face. Can't tell what's going on.
Or you're just not used to dealing with Angel directly. You're used to, because Angel was originally Sweet's retainer, and usually it's Sweet that tells him what to do. And now he sort of works for Boots, so you're not used to. Plus, him saying, "I've been in the chain longer than you." He's like, "I've been an assassin longer than you've been in the chain." That's a bold statement for Angel to make.
Boastful.
Yeah.
So I think at the end of the day, this is, while it's a problem or could cause lots of problems in the city.
Yeah.
It doesn't really necessarily come back to us because it's the Sapphire Sky who wants to keep this place hidden so the city doesn't devolve into chaos.
He
But
grabs on the,
you would want to take advantage of the chaos in the city, though, right?
I want to follow orders, boss. What do you want me to do?
There's nothing wrong with keeping her tied up in that room.
And if Angel does
I'm
it,
not worried about that part. I'm worried about him getting her or us potentially losing Angel. We went from you guys were scared to fight her to
I don't think we were
we're going to
scared
send
to
our
fight her.
retainer.
We were never scared to fight her. It was more of just a matter of like, I don't think it's the best choice.
and it would connect us to the chain. With Angel, it doesn't
Yeah.
connect us to the chain. Possibly.
Consequences for murdering the green dragon would directly impact the chain. Consequences for everyone finding out what she knows, that affects the city.
Yep.
And I care more about the chain than I do this city.
I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the adventure we signed up for, but we could just fuck off and leave the city.
I guess the thing
Go work
that
for the Lady of Brass.
I'm kind of just the middle ground here is that we don't kill her, but the problem is that if she does go off and tell somebody because we don't take some kind of action, is that sleeping for 8 hours just to get rested so we can go back down in there knowing that the city's going to be hot on our heels after the fact is kind of troublesome. It also impacts our ability to do what we need to do.
Well, yeah, the reason I sent Boots to talk to the Sapphire Sky was to say, hey, this lady's going to talk about Ringwell.
Yeah.
And we got to take care of Ringwell, and you guys can't come into Ringwell. You guys need to do something about this because we got a loose end that's out there.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we can see if Sapphire Sky steps up to the plate.
Speaking of which,
Yeah.
got quite a great great
segue.
dissolve. Great transition. Thank you, Anna. Anna, pro DM. So where were we? What the hell was going on? Oh yeah, they were talking to you about
If we can get more, we can get through that wall. So you're saying if you were there too, the two of you combined, 2 gemstone dragons, do you think you could bring the wall down? How much more?
What type of, like, I would need to know more about this wall.
I mean, you got me there.
Maybe. I think based on what you've told me, it would take 4 of us. I don't know 3 other daughters of time. Daughters of time is what we're called.
I see. Well, what do you want to do about this loose end?
The vile silencer is still sitting in the chair like, which loose end are we talking about? We have an escaped member of the Black Iron. Correct me if I'm wrong. We have 2 escaped members of the Black Iron Pact, one of which is in Ringwell.
Yeah. One of them further in Ringwell. Wingman.
Wingwell. The Wingwell.
Ringwell.
One of them escaped from Wingwell.
Escape. One in Ringwell. How did they get in?
We don't know. We did
What did
find
the-
a little note that said something about W's that would...
W? What note?
We found a note by an explorer's pack. One of the, we think one of like the advanced Black Iron Pack dudes who was...
What do the notes say? Do you have the note? Did you bring the note?
Who has the note? Do I have the note? I don't think I have the note.
Leech has it, right? Leech, sir, not appearing in this film.
Well, I from
But you remember it certainly.
from what I remember of it, yes.
Every word of
There were 3
Recite it perfectly.
W's. One of them
Three
that would...
Ws.
Yes,
Wingwell.
and it said use the last one to get in, and then be sure you get out before the door reseals, because otherwise... So the one that's in might be permanently trapped in there.
3 W's. Use the first W to get in. Use the last one to get out. Do you know anything? How? You refer to it as a she. How do you know it's a she? How do you know it's a her that got in? Were you there?
Did I say her?
Yeah,
I
you
don't-
did. You said
oh.
there's one that made it in.
I mean, I don't. This
Okay.
this was the group before we got there, even. But yeah, there is a Dragonborn Knight of the Church of Saint Isabella imminently heading towards said church.
It's like, I don't know what we can do about that.
And I mean, who knows? I don't know what they're gonna do about it.
Well, they're definitely going to want Ringwell.
I know my commander was gonna get in touch with our spy network about this.
It's probably too late for that, the Vile Silencer says. How did they get in? 3 W's. So it's certainly...
Sounds like he doesn't care too much about her blabbing.
Cuts back to us. Hard cut. I guess I don't get her.
He turns to the other members of the other senior members of the order, and he says, certainly wishes. And they're like, yeah, 3 wishes.
That's what it seems like.
He's like, that's almost certainly the only magic that would get them in without breaking the seals.
And I think
She didn't use a key.
not that I know of, no. It sounds like the one that's still in there was basically chased in there by this Dragonborn Knight.
So you didn't see that happen, but the Dragonborn Knight did.
Yes.
Well, now I'm more interested in this Dragonborn Knight.
In fact, she said that she was the one who closed the door behind the one that went in. Which I think
This door,
based on
he points to the one that's on the map.
the one
We've
that's
drawn
still
a map.
sealed with the gold and the yeah. So according to that note, whoever that is that's in there is super stuck.
He turns, he looks at the moon elf, and he's like, if we had a wish, we could get in. And nothing happens. And he goes, Do you remember the name of this Dragonborn knight?
Yeah. Lady Orozivaar. Of the Order of the Falling Star.
Well, we have one member of the pact in Ringwell. There's nothing we can do about that right now. We have someone that you think is a spy trapped behind a prismatic wall.
Uh-huh.
And we have a dragon. This has suddenly gone from being very simple to being very messy.
Yeah.
Well, I want to talk to this knight, he says. And everyone else in the room is like, yeah, it sounds like a good idea. And Marcella Scipio says, I'll find her, sir.
Do you want to come with us? Or with me, rather? We'll reconvene with the group and see if they've made any headway.
Tell me more about this door. The door you couldn't open. The door you said somebody got behind.
Gold inlaid in runes. A frieze with the history of like the rise and fall of several empires around it. Writing in a language that I couldn't read and technically wasn't there when it was read.
Well, it's probably Shorasani. Ancient language. Probably remnants of whoever built Ringwell originally.
Probably something that summons a time cop.
Do you tell him about that?
What little I know of it, yeah.
That's right, you weren't there.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't, this is, so. So what can he tell you? Yeah, if you, he says, I want to talk to that knight. I want to meet this woman behind the prismatic wall.
Is this the Vile Silencer telling me this?
Yeah. But he's not talking to you specifically. He's talking to the Order of the Sapphire Sky.
Yeah.
And he says the room she's in is almost certainly god blind.
Well, yeah.
No magic in, no magic out, can't be scryed. There are
sounds
certain items, certain powerful magic items that prevent scrying and prevent divination. And if those items are destroyed and pulverized and the pieces or the ashes or the shards of them used to create the room, then you've got an effective no space. He says the prismatic wall is metallics that'll work in a god blind. Nothing else will. Nothing else is supernatural. Undead won't go in there. He says, so we need a sufficiently powerful source of psionic energy to bring it down. Lady Orozivaar, Knight of, then he's looking through the folder, he's like, Knight of the Falling Star, not easy to reason with. She'll report to the head of her order. The head of her order will want to investigate. The head of her order will want eyes on the problem before they go to the church, before they go to House Navarre. So we have probably another opportunity to intercept them. And I don't know what he's going to say next. What are you guys telling Angel to do? He's like, I do what you tell me, boss.
Yeah,
What are
well,
we
I
gonna
think
do?
you need to worry about using mud and the advancers to change up this place to sow some confusion, because we need to keep this. It's our job to take care of Ringwell, so we should be focusing on Ringwell. We've sent boots to tell them about the Dragon Lady. It's up to them to do stuff out of the city. They can't come here, and we have that other Black Iron Pact lady down there that we gotta deal with.
Angel's like, what's across the street? And he goes through the door, opens one door, goes through the door, and he stands. I don't have many for Angel.
We should probably get
Here, I do have
ones for
many
the.
There you
Oh,
go.
yeah, that's right.
And he looks out the window and he says, what's here across the street? How much money is in the treasury?
6 die.
Oh,
No, we've
50,000.
converted to
Yeah, we
cash.
converted it to
Yeah.
We've converted to cash because I couldn't be arsed to come up with a list of. I wrote the rules for how the treasury die worked, but it's contingent on having examples of how you can use it. And I was like, oh, this is so tedious.
I haven't written down the email. But
like
it's
50,000.
It's a lot.
It was a lot.
It's several thousand.
There's like 50.
But I'll go.
It's like 50 grand.
Yeah, it's 50.
I got almost 400 on me here. Throw it on the table for you.
He's like, how much you willing to spend to keep this place hidden?
I mean,
Well, we should supplement it with something from Sapphire Sky if we for that kind of thing. What do you think of doing?
He points to the shops across the street, and he's like, buy one of these places.
Just open up a dozen sausage shops.
No,
Oh.
keep the sausage shop going. People know about that now. Just buy a tailor. Doesn't look like they're doing too well. I bet they'd sell. And then we just get a tunnel from here to there and cover this place up. Now there's no entrance to Ringwell over here. Sorry.
yeah. Change that.
Maybe check the next door place.
Yeah.
He goes, what's this, 40 feet?
Let's
60 feet? 80
let's just
feet?
give him 10K to use for that and to further expand the spy network.
They can find some. Are any of your spies? Are they able to use magic?
Yeah, sure.
Because if you find some that are able to use like stone shape, they can just probably excavate real quick versus manual labor.
Good idea.
Of course.
Or you have some arrows.
Then there's a loose end.
Well, if they're part of the spy
they're in the
network,
spy network.
yeah.
Let's fucking
It's
upgrade.
tough,
Let's
right?
upgrade
Just
her.
because they're part of the spy network doesn't mean you trust them with.
We just make it so.
Some of them I
that's-
trust. Some of them I trust more than others.
It's highly sensitive.
Either
Talk
way,
about a boy
I say we
Yeah.
give him cash, let him upgrade the spy network, and use the rest to do this job.
Change
How much do you
entrances.
think you'll need to do this?
Couple thousand.
Oh, okay.
He's like, I don't know. He's like, I
total.
need boots. I need somebody that can talk to these folks. They're not going to listen to me. But maybe that store. And he's like identifying which stores. He goes, none of them are abandoned. He's the only two abandoned shops in this block. So now we gotta.
Do we own these stores?
Yeah, we own.
Candle and the
Both of them?
butcher.
Sweet.
Make
Yeah.
candles.
I have. He's like, I have deeds. They look good too. Trust me.
Good.
They look real.
Yeah, they look real.
We'll give him the cash he needs and enough to upgrade the.
Well, he doesn't know how much it's going to be. He's going to have to negotiate, but he needs the negotiator.
Well, yeah, he'll just need to talk with Two Shoes to get the cash out.
Yeah, that's fine.
Well, we'll just write a thing that says, "Two shoes, give it up."
Yeah.
Yeah, this place puts their money on paper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
He goes, I can get one of those. If Boots can get one of those people to sell, he goes, we got more than enough money to buy any of these stores. It's just a question of whether or not they'll sell. If they sell, then we just keep the employees in place. We just replace the boss, the owner, with somebody. Maybe I'll find somebody. They'll play the owner for us. They'll even think they're the owner. Who cares? I'll tell them they inherited this place. They won't know any better. They won't know they're actually working for us.
Well, even if they don't sell, I'm sure you can find a way to make them want to move.
And they wouldn't even know.
He's
that.
like, wait, hang on a minute. And he walks out and he stands in the middle of the street and he looks down. And he looks up at you guys through the window and he's like, and there's a sewer grating in the middle of the place. And he opens the sewer grating and he goes, boop, and goes down into the sewer.
Sausage stand?
And then
That'll make it.
a few moments later, his head pops up over here. Like a few minutes later, his head pops up and he goes, I think it's easier than that.
All right.
He goes, I think I just saved us about 40 feet and maybe 6,000 gold.
So just remove all the entrances and we use the sewer.
Yeah, he goes, I think there's a way into the, he goes, there's definitely a way into the sewer.
Okay.
I love this show.
It is 8:17 and I very badly need a bio break. So we are going to take an impromptu break and come back in about 13 minutes.
Yeah.
It's a little early, but needs must when the devil drives.
What did an hour and a half?
We're back. Welcome back, everybody. This is, I believe we are a little light on fan art, but there's at least one piece of fan art I'm looking forward to showing off. This is the point where we say thanks for sticking around, those few who hang out after the break. We realize that unless you're on the West Coast, which who is, then it's late right now. So thanks for hanging out and sticking around. Thanks to our mods who do a tremendous job helping us maintain our awesome community. We're all incredibly proud of the community we have. It's super cool. And if you want to support this content, obviously, if you're an Amazon Prime subscriber, you get a free Twitch Prime subscription you can throw to your favorite streamer whenever you want. If you want to support us more directly, obviously, you can go to our Patreon, where, for instance, if you are a backer at any level on our Patreon, you can see the stats for Lady Orozivaar that I threw together using the method I came up with for the Black Iron Pact, which is, I think, a lot more straightforward and easier to run than the monsters in the Monster Manual, while at the same time giving them lots of cool abilities to use. Obviously, also, there's Strongholds and Followers and our dope-ass t-shirt, which is available for purchase. And now let's check out what fan art we got.
Fan art.
Whoa.
Look at that.
Slim.
People like Slim.
Ooh.
Old Slim. A wrinkly.
How
That's
could you
awesome.
not? How could you not love Slim?
Yeah, Slim people love Slim.
With his little teeth.
He's so cute.
Oh, that's right. I just
Oh,
saw
yeah.
this for a second.
Yeah.
Yep. This is
Butts
Butts
in the
and
thing.
Leech. Yeah, looking
About
at
to
the...
explode.
yeah.
Look at Odie's little face.
That's awesome. So good. I love this stuff. Yeah, look at that. I think that's awesome. There was also
Mustache-a-ron.
the
Chain of
mustache
mustache.
on. There was someone, the guy who does the sweet cosplay was at Gen Con.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's super cool.
Bunch of people with...
I love whatever Boots is wearing here.
That's some like straight David Bowie shit.
and this is Butts. This is the artist who drew this, painting herself to look like Butts. But that really actually is quite a lot like what people have drawn Butts to look blonde or whatever. Butts is not blonde. Butts basically looks like that.
Yes.
So we're really happy with that art.
It was so exciting. Just her expression is like really cute. And I was like, oh, that's super Butts.
Yeah, that's
Super
so
Butts.
that's very close to the super Butts. That's very close to the canonical Butts. When last we left our heroes, we were in the process of Boots explaining to the secret society of the Sapphire Sky what the hell's going on in Ringwell. They're somewhat confused by the information coming out of Boots, only because there's a lot of it, and it goes together in a very specific order. Meanwhile, back here in the abandoned candle shop, next to the butcher's shop that the Chain of Acheron have occupied and sort of infiltrated with their own people, the Chain are trying to figure out what to do about the fact that Lady Orozivaar is going to go tell her boss what the hell's going on down here. And Angel, who's the head of the Chain of Acheron's spy network, wants to know what if anything, he should do. And he has offered to go subdue the probably by slipping her something in a drink and getting her to pass out and then take her unconscious body back here to Ringwell, where there may be a place where they could put her where no one could find her, even using powerful scrying magics. But the officers of the Chain aren't sure if that's a good idea, and we're going to pick up the action with Angel wanting to know what to do. What are your orders, boss?
Well, you found the manhole.
That's right.
Is that what it's called?
Manhole! Yeah,
That doesn't sound right.
manhole's a perfectly normal word. Manhole.
The sewer.
That's the reason we had to take a break. So,
the manhole.
We'll edit that out.
Shut it down.
I would never make.
Stop
when we
right
go
there,
when we
mister.
go live. I would never make a joke like that. Anyway.
Oh yeah.
Jerry,
Oh,
cut
you
the
get
hard lines.
Anyway, yeah. So Angel has a plan via which he can press the advancers, which are your elite scouts, led by Mud, into service. They have experience as sappers, and
What is that word you keep using? Sappers?
It's like undermine, like you dig.
literally underminers.
Yeah.
Like sappers are sappers typically go underground, not very far underground, very shallow. They dig very shallow tunnels, and then they plant either explosives or they divert water in order to cause the walls of a castle to collapse. So you're in the middle of a siege, and you don't want to sit outside this castle for the next 3 months and starve them out. So you, under the cover of night, typically you send in your sappers, and your sappers start digging a tunnel far enough away that they can't be seen and they can't be hit by catapults or whatnot. And the sappers go diggy diggy hole, diggy diggy hole, diggy diggy hole. And then, depending on what century you're in, they either plant explosives, they divert a river, or just digging underneath the castle walls can be enough to cause the castle walls to go, and now you can get it. So the advancers they have experience as sappers, and they can probably just with sheer manpower start digging holes, start filling in some of these tunnels so that these places won't lead anywhere. And the one entrance that Angel found in the sewer can become the way in.
Cool.
And one of the things that we kind of discussed offhandedly was, well, if Lady Dragon Knight comes back with her crew.
Yeah.
Obviously, they're going to want to go into Ringwell and kind of see what's going on. So if they can find the entrance, we can kind of use them to start clearing a path as we like follow along, basically. Like let them do the heavy lifting and then take them out or something like that whenever the time comes if we need to.
Yeah, whose idea was that?
I think it was Slim's, Boots, somebody's.
I'm not there.
The Phil's
No, but she's saying she's saying what the
meta.
viewers missed
Yeah,
was
we were
the
discussing.
discussion outside where somebody, I don't remember who it was, said we could just let the Falling Star, the Knights of the Falling Star, explore Ringwell,
Yeah,
and then wait until they're about to they have them take on the brunt of the risk, and then just as they're about to find something or take something that we don't want them to, then we jump them.
Yeah, let the Iron Golem take care of him, right?
Yeah, they can fall down the hole this time.
Yeah.
Yeah, let them diggy hole.
I would imagine they're going to go straight for the Black Iron Pact lady, though.
Well, they can, but we've already.
They can try, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
The dragon lady explicitly said the bishop can take care of that wall.
and then we jump in there and we go, ah!
Surprise, bitches!
So
And then it's
He's
a
magic
see you
in
next
there,
week.
So
That requires us not going after her then with Angel, right? We're just gonna let her go.
Yeah. Well, they're gonna come back at some point.
well, not if Angel goes and bags her.
Yeah.
That's true.
You want me to go get that lady?
King's gotta make a decision.
keep reading the book.
I bring that lady back here.
Put her in the magic.
We drug her. I'll drug her. Don't worry, I'll take care of that. I'll have my people do it. Bring her unconscious body back here. Drop her in that anti-magic place you tell me about, and then no one can find her. Then you can do what you want with her.
Well, I
Keep her
think,
alive, kill her.
we need to give her to the Sapphire Sky first because she knows more about the people in there and she sealed the door. So, if anything, we need to get her at least to hand her to the Sapphire Sky to get information from her.
What if they don't want her?
I think they'll want her.
Then you'll do what you do best.
Okay, so what are my orders?
Use the network to grab her.
Sure thing, boss. So anyway, back at the pocket universe that the Order of the Sapphire Sky hang out in. So
Sapphire HQ.
yeah, the Vile Silencer says you just need a sufficiently powerful source of
Psionic energy.
psionic energy, and you'll be able to get through that wall.
Right.
Presumably, the Emperor had such a thing, and there might even be one somewhere in Ringwell. The key to that room might be somewhere in Ringwell, but it'll be beyond that door. So the question is, how do we get through this door?
Yeah, well, I think the lady behind the wall has information on that. She didn't seem too keen to talk to us unless we were going to be able to spring her from that trap. So I think if we bring a means to do that to the table, then we'll get to know what she knows.
All right, well, the Chain of Acheron have proven to be the allies that we were looking for. You found Ringwell where we couldn't. It seems as though you're in the middle of a race now between us and the Black Iron Pact. And now,
Potentially this Church of St. Isabella, or the Knights of the Falling Star.
I think we might have some time there.
I mean, it's going to take them a minute to organize and get back here.
Well, the Knights of the Falling Star are a minor order. Even if this knight you're speaking of goes to the head of her order and reports back, the head of her order won't take action. And then depending on what the head of her order says, and he looks around and says, I don't know who the head of her order is. And then all the other wizards and knights in here are like, oh, we don't yet. Then there's a whole hierarchy. It could take, and who knows how long before the head of the church decides to look into it. So we may be able to do something there, but we need to know how to get through that door without a W, which is almost certainly a wish.
Yeah. Well, there were other avenues that we hadn't explored on that same level. We ran into an iron golem, and I almost killed it by myself, but we had to get out of there.
Almost killed it by yourself.
I wink at him. I mean, they can see what condition I'm in. I'm sure I look like ass right now. You know,
No, we healed you up.
now that I'm well, you know, I'm at least
Yeah,
exhausted.
you haven't
right?
you haven't had a long rest.
Yeah.
He's like, well, what are the rest of your team doing?
Well, when I left him, Lady Orozivaar had just left the small abandoned candle shop that we had holed up in outside of the entrance to Ringwell. I imagine that they've been talking to our spy master, trying to, you know, figure out some way to intercept her, follow her, capture her, something.
Is there anything that Boots? Well, yeah, that would be a somewhat blanket statement. Wouldn't be fair to ask. What about this rod you found here?
Well, it came from some centuries-old vampire lord that tried to take over some generation of the Kalian Empire, Gaius VIII.
Vampire Lord, is it evil?
Almost certainly, yeah.
Well, then we want it. And then Marcellus Scipio says, "My lord, do we?" And they have a little debate about what to do about the stuff you guys recover from. And the Vile Silencer said, "Need I remind you of our charter?" And he points to the Moon Elf. And he says, "But if something like this rod is better used in the hands of the chain, I mean, they might use it where we wouldn't." And the Vile Silencer's like, "I hadn't considered that. There may be benefits to employing a group of ethically ambiguous mercenaries."
Yeah, well, I mean, that's kind of how we got a hold of it in the first place.
What does that mean?
Oh, you know,
I'm afraid I don't.
ethic ambiguity.
Did you have to kill somebody to get it?
No,
Well,
well,
the less said, the better. The less I know about your nefarious dealings, the better.
I think it's that kind of situation.
Well, we'll see if there's anything we can do here on our end to handle the Knights of the Falling Star. We have our own resources. Your network might be stronger than ours. Like I don't know how he would put it. Like we don't have as many agents as you folks do.
Right. Well,
They don't have a spy network or anything like that.
do I have any way of contacting you guys here when I'm back in the mundane world?
They look at each other and they're like, and they point to Marcellus Scipio. And he's like, "Come to the minstrel."
All right. I'm trying to think if there's any. I don't have any like.
"Nice sword,"
Oh,
the
thank
Vile
you.
Silencer says. "Where'd you get it? Is that another recovered ward like the rod?"
Came from the Black Iron Pact.
"May I see it?" He looks at it and he says, "And now you use this?"
Yeah.
"Okay." And hands it back to you.
I sheath it.
What does that mean?
Well,
I think I know what it means.
Using the
you knew it was a race when we started. It just means now that the race is well underway. So the faster we find out how to get through this door, the better.
Yeah. Well, as soon as I get back there, I'll let him know. I'll let him know what went down here, and I think we were gonna rest up and head right back down into Ringwell.
Well, then don't let us keep you.
All right.
And Marcellus Scipio puts his ring on the table and goes, and it spins. And then he snatches it. And when he snatches it, you're back in the alley.
All right. I will disguise myself again. And thank you, Mr. Scipio.
As you're walking off to head back to here or Ringwell or whichever, Marcella says, "Boots,
Yeah.
be careful what you tell the vial silencer."
Oh?
The more he knows, the more he has to act on. Sometimes ignorance is better. And I suppose that goes for me too.
Understood.
Good luck.
Thank you. I'll contact you again when I've got something.
I don't know if it was clear, but I think the vial silencer was really impressed.
Oh, well. Good. I'm glad. He seems a good fellow.
He's been fighting this war for a long time. Good doesn't begin to describe it.
All right. Well,
So, Angel,
good evening.
will you rejoin these assholes?
Yeah.
And I'm going to assume that they debrief you on the orders they've given Angel.
Bloop.
Actually, Angel's probably still there. And,
Yeah, I wasn't gone that long.
well, I mean, he's probably going to wait for you because he thinks of you as the head, as the head of the spy network. It's your roles that are going to get him out. They're going to determine whether or not this succeeds or fails. So this is an espionage action.
All right. Is this?
You're going to roll a 20-sided die, and you're going to add the level of your spy network, which is 2, and your proficiency modifier. And the DC you do not know, but it's based on how hard the enemy is to spy on. And things you do know is if they have a spy network, they're much harder to spy on than if they don't.
Right.
It can be very easy to do
Wait.
espionage actions.
I thought we were just disguising the.
King
no,
gave an order.
King
No,
sent
I went with it.
Angel after the Dragonborn.
Oh.
In addition to
Yeah.
the right, we're still doing
Using
this?
we'll use
Yeah.
the advancers to take care of
Yeah,
that stuff.
Still
but-
gonna disguise.
Yeah. So if
So,
they're a small
pray.
organization, they probably don't have a spy network. Is that what it seems like?
Well, they're also the church, so we would think, right?
No, you guys aren't. You guys. It depends on if you fail and how much you fail by. Because if you fail by quite a lot, then it's possible that the other organizations besides the one you're trying to operate against find out what's going on. You're not trying to stop the church. The church is a massive organization. You would probably fail.
Yeah.
You're trying to stop.
A single individual.
You're trying to stop the Order of the Falling Star, which is 4 guys.
Yeah.
They are
Big
an
gemstone
they are an
Dragonborn wandering around.
They're an obscure order of knights. Now, as the Sapphire Sky said, they're going to tell their boss. Their boss is going to investigate. Their boss is going to tell and then at that point, once it jumps out of that, now there's a larger issue. But you're not there yet.
Right.
So roll well, Spy Master. Don't worry, you're due. You haven't rolled well on these things yet.
Don't let it soak on your 20 in your box. You got to put it on like something else.
17.
Okay. Well, you'll find out what happens in some number of hours, maybe. Maybe it might take a little bit longer. What are you folks going to do in the meantime? Angel's like, okay, boss.
Angel, good luck, man.
Luck's got nothing to do with it. He takes off.
If you fail, make it look like the Black Iron Pact did it.
That's a higher difficulty class. Do
Got some of it's got some of those guys' clothes from the guy we left in the butcher shop.
you have one of the rings?
Sprinkle some black iron on.
We do have some of the rings.
Yeah, we do.
Fine.
He's like, this one's been used.
We have a unused.
What do you mean, an unused ring?
We do.
Can't you just
Didn't
I don't know who
we?
has it though.
yeah,
take
one of
the
us-
meat out of there?
Someone has an unused one.
Well, what happens is, I mean, he'll try it. He'll take his dagger out and see. Let me see what I can do here.
No, we did get an unused one.
Yeah,
though.
I thought we found one unused one.
Yeah, I don't know who has it.
Oh yeah, that's
Might
right.
have been Boots.
I
Bring my
think
trophy back.
it's either I've got it
Sir.
or
There was
Man,
a,
it's a good thing Matt O'Driscoll's not here. He said apropos of nothing.
there was another ring that they had that I have which is the air.
That's
Yeah,
right.
but
You got
they're-
the airline. I
that's
think I
not-
took the.
Yeah.
I know that one of us took
Yeah, someone
the
has it.
unused one, so I'll give that one to Angel,
I mean, like,
just in
if I
case.
took it. I don't think I did, but
You cut the ones off the other guys.
yeah.
I seem to recall we found 2 extra rings. One of them's the one Anna has, and one of them looked like the other thing.
Yeah.
Because we
Yeah,
showed.
Buckeye.
I thought you had it because you showed us the lady.
Mm.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure
thing.
someone just rewatch. I'll have someone on chat fast forward through 3 hours of.
Doesn't look like that.
No, I'm kidding. We definitely found one though. So, Yeah, if it's me, I'll give it to him. If it's somebody else, I'll.
Well, if you want to give Angel the unused ring, he can. Actually.
Yeah, wait, how would that even work?
Don't put it on though.
Yeah. Because
Just
especially
like-
because Black Iron Pact knows that those rings get attached to fingers.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like unless you had like a finger there, but if there's no
Well, it's
body
kind of
around.
like the cyanide pill. If you're going down,
Oh, put it on. Mm.
What?
Right.
it's
No,
like
that
the
makes sense.
cyanide
Yeah.
pill for a spy. When
If you're gonna
when they're
lose.
caught, they.
Yeah.
No, Angel doesn't. Angel. He says if we fail, then he goes, ideally no one will know anything happened. It just won't work.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
No.
He goes, I just have to hope that she's real thirsty and needs a drink before she reports in.
She's been through a lot. So.
Seems a safe bet.
Yep.
Angel takes off. Pads
Then,
away. He is a habit.
Yeah.
Yeah, then they're gonna rest. And
Allow thud.
I'll take first watch, I guess.
But I can go.
You guys are going to spend the night here. About half an hour after you guys prep your watches and get everything set up in here to be your camp, Mud comes in with the with like 5 of the green boots, 5 of the advancers, and
You should be resting though, so you get your short rest at least for sure, in case we do have to throw down with anything.
Okay. I mean, I thought, okay, I'll do the short rest.
Well,
Well,
you guys-
we're
you
doing
guys
a
are gonna
long
get a
rest,
long
but I'm
rest.
saying you should start the rest.
you guys are
right?
going to get a
You
long
don't-
rest.
Yeah,
You guys are
okay.
going to you don't have to worry about
fighting or anything.
changing your behavior in order to ensure a short rest. You guys are going to get a long rest. What was that?
His used, now his refreshed
Long
boots.
rest.
You have 2 different character sheets. One.
No,
for-
I just printed out a new
Oh,
one.
okay.
Polished boots.
Actually, I moved my bardic inspiration to be adjacent to my sword college abilities, so I wouldn't forget to mark off a inspo die to do a sword maneuver.
And yeah, so Mud and the advancers show up and they've got packs with a lot of like digging equipment, and they start filing through, and they're going to start trying to make it so that the ways down in here no longer go down.
Yeah.
But it's going to take a while. There's a lot of work. But there's like 30 advancers. So they will slowly be filing in. And yeah, you folks, it is nighttime. You're able to spend the night.
Yeah.
So you guys are able to spend hit dice. I'm sorry, you don't spend hit dice. You recover all your hit points and recover half your spent hit dice. So if you spent 2 hit dice, you recover 1. If you spent 3, you still recover 1. If you spend 4, you recover 2.
I'll take Stone Shape today.
Okay.
It's a 4th level spell.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
You're going to spend... oh, interesting. Well, fair enough.
Well,
What do you
I'm taking off Spirit Guardians and doing Stone Shape for tomorrow.
Okay.
Your ancestors will be happy to have the day off.
I get it.
The night passes uneventfully, other than the sound of digging.
Does not keep me awake.
Jerry is typing. Yeah, and you guys, because it's relatively early, you guys will be able to take your long rest, and you'll be up before dawn the next day.
Sweet.
All right.
Let's do it.
Get back in there.
Excellent. Yeah, shall we? Is there anything else we need to do up top before we go back down?
Maybe we should have shown Angel the stuff that I drew in the chronicle from the wall. Go start looking into it. Just more information to have. We can give the Mud to give to him. You said it would be some number of hours. I assume it hasn't been that number of hours. Did you hear anything from Angel?
Oh,
8 hours?
It'd be 8, right? 6, whatever it is.
Oh, yeah, I don't.
Do you guys take watch in here? Or do you just all... You
Are
assume
we
you're
like
safe?
surrounded by
Well,
like?
I had mentioned that I would stay up first, and then you said there's not any danger of long
No,
rest.
no. There's no danger of you guys being interrupted.
Well, Leech
we would, though.
only sleeps for 4 hours, so same with Butts, I believe, because Butts is a half elf. I think that's how that works. But Leech just meditates for 4 hours, so he's awake unless he's just sitting there. But I can leave him with the instructions to give me the information from Angel if he gets any.
So, 2 people you don't recognize come in through the door. Actually, I guess, 3 people, 2 of whom you don't recognize, come in through the door, and they appear to be Riohans who have been out carousing. And between them, apparently drunk and passed out, is Lady Orozivaar. And they're like, our friend here passed out, and we were told that she lives here. Does she live here?
Oh, you brought her home. Thank you. Thank you so much. We'll take good care of her.
They unload her, and they kind of look around like, what exactly is going on here? And then one of them's like, we don't need to know what's going on here. And they're like, you folks have a good night.
I mean, you know soldiers, right? Like, you work up a mighty thirst sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we're going to go finish off. And then they split.
Enjoy.
So, yeah, Lady Orozivaar is not drunk. She has been drugged.
Yeah.
She has been quite successfully
Wow.
drugged.
Nice.
Oh boy.
So are we taking her down there, or are we giving her to the Sapphire Sky at this
Oh.
point so they can talk to her? I assume you told us that Vile Silencer wants to talk to her.
Yeah. We also want to talk to the lady behind the prismatic wall.
Speaking of the prismatic wall, doesn't your psychic crystal recharge after a long rest?
Yep.
So now you have how many charges?
As far as I know, 12.
Got it.
It doesn't.
I don't remember what size of crystal you have. I think it's medium. Yeah.
I don't really want this loose end to go any further, but they said we need 4, and this would be 2 at least, if they can convince her otherwise.
I wonder if
In
she
front of the Moon Elf.
What are they going to do with her afterwards? Are they just going to like let her go and then we have to deal with her again?
Lady Orozivaar is lying on the ground. She's like drooling.
Should I try and?
Well, if we're
We should probably, I mean,
Role playing.
Okay. Wasn't sure if that was her waking up. Or...
No, she's not. She's just breathing.
You know what? The
So
other
she'll probably
lady
be, like,
down there
intubated.
is the third person part of that group, so she's going to have the information Orozivaar has.
sorry, say that again?
So the lady who's stuck down there was the third person with that group, and
Right.
she's going to have the information that Orozivaar has. So, I guess we take her to the room and
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
What's going on?
this is what Lars says.
No, I mean, if it's gonna help us get the wards, I mean, we should.
Do you want to just like,
It's a tough night. Tough night, folks.
Yeah. So there's all the Black Iron Pack people down there. She's fought some of them. It would probably be pretty easy to set up a scene. We take those other Black Iron Pack guys, put them in that magic room.
Mhm.
I'm sure we've done stuff. Well, I haven't. I'm sure you guys have done stuff before. You know, I'm sure Angel's done this sort of thing
Yeah.
before.
I could probably help out with it.
So it would probably make sense that
Yeah.
Angel comes with us and sets up the scene.
Yep.
So, what are you planning on doing, King?
What is Lars planning on doing?
no,
What is
I'm-
Lars discussing with the group?
I'm asking on behalf of Hakamitsu.
I'm pretty sure King's asleep right now, since he took first watch waiting for Angel. But
Well, then we don't hear anything you're saying.
Yeah, I think like
He's mumbling in his sleep.
you're definitely you guys are definitely awake now that Lady Orozivaar has been brought in.
And this is
not
after
good.
our long rest. We've all had our long rest now.
This is in the middle of the night. This happens, but you guys will have your long rest by the time.
then
This is not
Yeah,
to interrupt your long rest.
I can't.
Let's
I can't
tie
do
her
what I
out
would
in the
want.
first place
I
because we
can't do
didn't do
what
this before.
I can't do what I would want to do. I have to do what King would do. So
Cut
I
off
have
our
to-
pinky finger and bury up her neck.
no, that's Sigurd, and that's because
Also
they took
another
my,
good character.
They took my sibling.
Turned evil.
Ooh,
He was not good.
Guys,
He was not good.
What?
we've got this black iron ring.
Oh.
What if we just put the ring on her and just plant her, you
Yeah.
know, like in an alleyway behind a bar somewhere, you know?
Oh.
She can't go back to her church, right? Or like, it's just gonna, you
That's
know.
a lot.
She's gonna
That's
have
a lot
to.
more complicated.
Yeah, Either we're going with the plan that we talked about earlier about the godless room, or we're handing her to the Black Iron Pact. The Black Iron Pact to the Sapphire Sky.
Standard of Black Iron Pact. That would definitely solve the
Here
problem.
you go.
I think of all of the cockamamie plans we've had this evening, I think the second one sounds like the wiser choice.
To give her to
The
Sapphire
Sapphire?
Sky.
Really? That feels messier to me.
No, because
Well, the Vile Silencer said, I want to talk
What's
to
he
that.
gonna do?
I want to talk to that
Yeah.
night.
Yeah.
He's like, I want to talk to
But
that
then
night.
and
I want
if
to
we
talk
get
to
her
that.
there
The only
quick,
reason he said he
then
wanted to
what
talk to
do
the
they
night,
do
by
with
the
her
way, because you guys weren't there, but Boots will tell you. Like, the only reason he said he wanted to talk to that night is because there are details about what happened
Yeah.
that you guys didn't see.
They're trying to paint
that
the
she
full
knows.
picture of what's going on.
And they want to know, like, how did that person get in? Wishes, sure, but how? But what exactly? When you say you close the door, describe this door to me, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
if you get her there before she wakes up, she doesn't even need to know that we were ever involved in her.
That's a good point. And
That is a good point. I think that's worth inspiration.
to that point,
Oh yeah.
Oh, use those. Nice.
to that point, you know, if and when she makes it back from their little pocket dimension, we'll have changed all the entrances. And
Well, yeah.
So Brian-
King wouldn't murder this person, so let's give him to the Sapphire Sky, and we have to hope
Can I
that they're
replace
going
that?
to.
Right.
They're going to.
Do we need to find
take
Scipio
care of
then?
that.
They'll do what's in
Yeah.
their best interests.
Well, we
They-
would hope so.
They know that if they release her again, something can happen to her.
Well,
I think.
let's at least make sure that she's properly bound and blindfolded, so
Yeah,
that way we can
that's
try
good.
to remain
It's
like
prob-
as out of whatever's going on here as possible.
And then you do your stealth thing.
This is pretty dope. Like, if you play back everything that's happened,
Yeah.
it's pretty cool. It's like
Yeah.
sending Angel to go bagger. You guys rolled well.
Yeah.
So you
Thank
guys
God.
are bagger. Then you have the idea of like,
So, yeah,
let's
you're gonna
let's
go-
let's
you're gonna stealth
as long as she's
with
still
somebody
unconscious, she
to
won't even know we
Scipio.
had anything to do with it.
yeah,
Yep.
and
we do
Oh,
want
right,
her-
because
yeah.
we can't disguise. Well, can we disguise her?
put some lipstick on.
Yeah.
Somebody should be going to get Scipio right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think we should.
Or bring him to us.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
yeah, so you can go ahead and stealth to help Scipio stealth back here.
I see.
Ooh,
That's
yeah.
I see what you mean. Got it.
Here's ten copper to go get Scipio.
Got it. Okay, go ahead. Anyway, so who's going to go do
But
what?
is Copper going to be disguised? Copper's a goblin.
Copper can't.
Copper's a bobgoblin.
Copper can stealth there. Copper can't really. Yeah.
Go.
So he can slip there. Yeah. So you gotta go. We're on the clock,
All right.
and we can have Leech, keep her.
All right.
Sedated.
I'm going to
Yeah.
bag her and tie her up so that way she can't move and she hopefully can't see anything.
Nice little
Okay.
sack over the head.
Yep.
We cast darkness, silence, and hold person art.
Yeah, basically. I'm just like, blah, blah.
You know, the usual. we give her the old Saturday night.
I technically have like silence that I can just cast. I could just put her in like a corner and silence the corner. Like, you just stay over there.
So, Copper, how are you gonna? You're gonna head over to the Dancing Minstrel and make contact with. So it's barely dawn. It's that the sun hasn't yet come up, but the sky is lightening. It's cold out. It's cold morning here in Rioja, whatever the hell time of year it is. I'm not sure off the top of my head. If I were a better dungeon master, I'd probably know. I got to figure out what the
Immersion
calendar.
broken.
The clock is always ticking.
Yeah, correct. But you're correct. I just
the
don't,
season stopped.
But I don't always know what the clock says.
it's April 17th.
No,
March.
I know the days of the
March.
week. I know the Riojan days of the week, but I don't know the months. So, yeah, it's like Scipio's not there. There's there's no one in the common room, but the doors are open, and there are the people who run the place are kind of taking chairs off the tables and setting things up for breakfast. There's the bartender you've met and dealt with before.
I'm gonna go up and ask him. Well, I assume is this like inn?
Yeah, it's a multi-story inn. This is the common room. And there are stairs up. There are 2 floors, or actually, I think there are 3 floors of rooms
Okay.
here in the Dancing Minstrel.
Okay.
So what room does he stay in?
I don't think you know.
Yeah.
Ask him.
This inn. Do we? He's not the big giant guy, right? No, that's
No.
No,
No,
that's a different inn.
that was
No,
the
that's the footstool. That's the king's footstool.
We crashed here after the angel fight, and we got approached by Scipio here.
okay.
So
Yeah, we haven't done, like, apart from meeting Scipio and I guess the minstrel, you guys haven't done any role playing here.
Right.
But you
it's
could,
like eating a meal. And
Yeah. This guy's not gonna just tell me where he lives.
Am I?
He wouldn't have told me.
I don't know that he would have given any more specific direction. He wouldn't have hidden it from you. But I think he just assumes that you would just leave a message with if you were, because he's still in school, by the way, and so he still has stuff. He's not like here 24 hours a day.
This is important shit.
Yeah, what the fuck?
He has a facade to maintain.
I'll
Go up to
maintain this
the-
facade.
Blimey.
yeah, but isn't it the weekend? It's like
Isn't it the weekend?
it's Saturn Day, right?
Isn't it the weekend? I mean, he's here. I'm not saying he's not here. I'm saying he's not. I'm saying he's not in the common
In the
room.
room. I'm gonna go up and ask the innkeeper.
Ah! As the
Hello.
innkeeper says.
Oh my god.
I'm
Ah, God.
hello.
Nice hat.
Thank you. I was looking for my good friend Marcelo Scipio. He's usually around here. Have you?
He told me to let him know if anyone came asking for him, as long as they were from some organization. Who are you with?
The chain.
Yeah, that's you.
Yeah.
Yeah, he tells you where Scipio's room is.
Oh, so he's here.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, he's asleep.
Oh.
He goes, most of our rooms are sold out.
This is gonna be great. Goblin's gonna bust in on him while he's asleep. Like, sorry, carry on.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
go.
he's
I'm
on
gonna
the
go.
Yeah, he's on the 3rd floor, which is
Okay.
the expensive floor.
Okay. I'm gonna go up to the 3rd floor.
Okay, it's
Heat of appearances.
yeah.
What student is renting out the most expensive floor? Daddy's
A noble,
money.
a noble family.
somebody who can
yeah.
afford to attend the war college. And you occasionally, as you go up the stairs, so it's 3 flights of stairs that you're going up, and people are waking up and they're going downstairs, and they're like, when they see this goblin.
You scream back.
Is Big Cat with you?
No,
I assume
I
Big
left it.
Cat's
No,
not.
I left it. I left it.
And some of them just are like, and ignore you. And then you come to the room that is, they're not, when they tell you what room they're in, it's like, okay, go up 3 flights of stairs and then turn left, and it's the 3rd one down.
Got it.
It's not, this
Numbered
isn't
or
like a
something.
modern hotel where they're numbered or anything like that. And so you follow the directions that the innkeeper gave you, and there's a door.
Okay, give it a little knock.
Nothing.
Nothing?
Nope.
I'd give the handle.
Yeah, no, the handle opens. Yeah.
Okay.
There's as soon as you open the door, there's a smell of like alcohol.
Do I see him? It's ready.
Yeah, it's you have to, if you go in, you'll see that he's passed out in bed. Like, and he's all kind of tangled up in the sheets,
Okay.
just sleeping. The window's open. It's cool in here.
Mhm.
It's cooler in here than it was in the hallway because
Is light coming in yet, or is it like the window?
yeah, sure.
Okay, so I was gonna open it up. It wasn't.
Well, it's not. It's only yet now.
If there's like light being blocked out, I open it up. So,
Okay, yeah, sure. You
Yeah.
can pull the drapes aside
see if
and
that wakes
shine
him
light
up.
on him. He's like, ah.
Wake up.
I gave, and he looks and sits up and says, specific instructions not to,
Hello.
the goblin, copper,
Yes.
copper,
The good-looking one.
copper,
What?
You said the good looking one.
what do you, and he's like looking around and gets up and he's got the sheet wrapped around him.
Uh-huh.
And he's like, what are you doing here? Oh, God. He starts walking around and starts finding his clothes and putting them on. They're littered around the room.
I was driving a car. I'd be like, get in, fool. We gotta go. No, he's not driving a car though.
I just talked to Boots last night. Is
Yeah.
everything okay?
It is. It's great. But we need you back at
You need me.
Yeah.
Well, you need me.
Well,
All right.
specifically your ring, but you can come along.
He says, I get it. And he gets dressed, and he's got there's a chest of drawers here, and he goes through it, and he's got like just stuffed clothes in here, like they're not folded or anything.
Oh my god.
And
College kid.
Yep. So he doesn't have a servant help him.
Are you packing right now? What do you?
he says, "Listen, this was not
Like-
I was in the dorm until you folks showed up.
You look
and now I
fine.
have to." And he starts putting clothes on, and he's like, "Wait, these don't go together."
No, they're
Hang on."
great. They're perfect. Beautiful. I know my stuff. You're looking good.
No, my stuff.
Make a persuasion check, Copper, to
this.
see if you
I
can
have my good clothes on, by the
to see
way.
if you can persuade him to just leave looking with like mismatched
He's
outfit.
wearing his good clothes.
Yeah, I got my good clothes.
So,
No one's gonna notice what he's wearing. Is the best part of
Silverhead
this.
said, "Get on the big cat, fool."
Yeah, that's it.
Alas, there's no big cat.
8.
8? Yeah, he's like, "No, I can't wait. Hang on." And he's still like half awake, and he makes sure that he's wearing his centurion outfit is what's littered around the room, and he doesn't put on. He dresses like a normal Rioan,
Okay.
and he looks and he splashes water on his face, and he's like, "All right, let's go."
Okay.
And he follows you back here, and he's like, what happened?"
So I'm not gonna say it out loud. We got what we're looking for.
Yeah, okay, good. Ooh, you mean the lady behind the wall or the lady from the
Lady from the.
So yeah, he follows you down, and he shows up here, and he comes in, and now it's light. It's it's daylight. It's like 6:30 in the morning, and you can hear traffic. This is a very rarely used alleyway, but there's definitely street traffic now. And Marcellus Scipio, who just saw you last night, basically, is like, the Chain of Acheron. Why has she got a hood on?
We don't want her to know that we're involved in this next part.
Smart, yeah. He says, "Yeah, you're definitely mercenaries."
Your man wants to talk to her, and we got to go back downstairs. So
We need her out of our hair.
yeah, you need to take her to.
Fancy
I
like.
wanted to say Arkazovar, but that's not his name.
Sir Arkazovar?
Vile silence.
Vile
Silencer.
His name's Darengar Vile Silencer.
Yeah.
Vile Silencer is a title.
Darren Gar. Darren for short.
Yes.
You can call him Darren if you want. That wouldn't seem like a weird nickname to him.
We're gonna go try to figure out the lady behind the wall, and more of Ringwell.
Scipio says, "Yeah, you folks act fast. Like, I just talked to Boots last night about this, and hasn't even been 8 hours." He takes his ring off his finger, puts his hand on the kind of drooling, hooded, bound figure, and then he looks at you, and then looks at you and says, "You could have killed her, but you didn't. Why not?"
Well, Boots told us that the Vile Silencer wanted to question her.
And we know we need more Gemstone Dragonborn to bring down that wall.
Also, messy.
Yes. We like to be discreet.
And hey, man,
We're good people sometimes.
just not our enemy.
Half good. Not completely.
He's got
Not
a
completely
hand
evil.
There's no
We're not
there's no
chaotic.
honor or glory in
He like-
killing an unconscious
Yeah.
foe.
I agree.
Everybody else said no.
Well,
Everybody else, yeah. Well, I definitely voted yes, but I would not voted.
Everyone's waffling and
You did not say a word. Get out of here.
to keep
Anyways.
up appearances.
He
Yeah.
takes the hood off when you say
yeah.
No.
she's
Take her.
passed out.
No.
No.
You can look at her. You can look at her out there.
He peeks under the hood and says, "You're good sometimes. I'd hate to see you when you're bad." And he flips the coin, and it goes, and then he reaches to grab it. I don't think any of you folks have seen this happen. He reaches out to grab it, and then he and Lady Arozivaar disappear in a flash of cerulean light.
Ooh, that's
Oh
cool.
yeah, I guess we haven't seen it from the outside.
Well, you've only been
Yeah.
victims of it.
Neat.
Arozivaar, not Arkazovar.
I know what her name is.
You said Arkazovar.
Because you said Arozivaar.
Yeah, I don't know where I got that, but somebody said it at one point.
I know
Nice
who,
job,
I know who
everybody.
Sir Arozivaar is. He's still out there. He's still defending Castle Rend.
Oh, that's EJ's boy?
Oh yeah.
There we go.
Blue Dragon Feelings.
And I think EJ's probably still alive. Or I should say EJ's character.
Yeah, we all know about EJ.
Yeah, EJ, yeah. All right, so you folks have successfully kidnapped, drugged, and your spy network successfully drugged and kidnapped a knight of the church, delivered her back into your good graces where she was bound and blinded with a hood. You summoned your contacts in the Sapphire Sky. They showed up and have teleported her into their realm, so they will deal with her, whatever that means. And your advanced scouts, part-time sappers, are in the process of reconfiguring the underground here so that that stairs down just leads to the basement and nowhere else, and this trap door doesn't lead anywhere. They're going to remove the trap door.
Wow.
And all that in only like an hour and a half.
This is the cleanest, most efficient job we've ever had to do.
It's pretty remarkable, frankly. I'm not lying.
Let's get back into Ringwell where we can fight shit and chaos.
Yeah. Let's get messy again.
It's too orderly right now.
I'm super interested in what's going to happen in another world, but I will probably write that up as a cutscene and post it for folks to read. Cool. Because I already know what the Sapphire Sky are going to do. What are you folks going to do?
Going back.
We're heading back down.
Okay, well,
We got shit to do.
where's your map? And some people, yeah.
What are you going to say?
Some of the people who watch our show, astonishingly, there are people that do that, were afraid that Ringwell was going to be the end of politics in the game. They're like, let me wake me up when they're back to the politics stuff.
That
It's just
sounds
going to be a bunch of
politics, please.
a bunch of dungeon crawling.
fight.
And this is from my point of view, this is on the order of you guys trying to get out of the library and not getting a fight with the 12 dragons.
Had you identified the staff?
The rod?
The rod?
You saw
did.
Judge Cast identify them.
I did.
Yeah,
I
I
know
think
things.
she's the only one that can use it.
I know things about that rod.
Or judges.
It's just that we can summon the vampiric mists and...
It does some stuff.
Well, it does other stuff that we
What is Judge?
don't know because
What did Judge tell the group that the rod could do?
It summons blood mist.
Judge says, yeah, this is the source of the blood mist. Yeah, 100%. Sorry, it's not my place to speak for Judge, but yeah.
What is Leech doing?
That was the PSOC, the paper sound of compass.
Leech is good, by the way, so
Is he?
good luck to him.
Is Leech
identifying- I thought he was.
I don't think so. He's a fucking...
I think he is good, actually.
Nah, he's neutral.
OD.
I think he's chaotic good or something like that.
Yeah.
Well, because he was told to do something evil and refused, and that's how he got Balisantrax as his patron.
I don't think,
Oh my god, did you spoil that?
No, he knows that.
I don't think he does.
Yeah, he does.
Last
Yeah,
time
he
I
does.
spoke with him.
Well, he might just
Yeah, he
not have put two and two together, but he definitely
knows.
has known. He may have forgotten.
is
but
that
he
the
definitely has
time?
We're talking about OD here.
Blah, blah.
He's probably drunk.
He's forgotten it already.
He doesn't have his
Johnny Flash is typing.
alignment here.
Johnny Flash and Lord Durok are typing. Oh, he's not in chat. Lord Durok says he's not in chat.
Identified?
No, he's probably passed out.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you did.
He was in Vegas for like the past 6 months.
Well, he's probably on a plane by now, maybe.
Maybe.
It'd be hilarious.
He's
if
probably
he's
in
still out
cargo.
there.
What are you looking at his character sheet for?
I
He's
was
trying to
just
find the
see what
alignment.
his alignment
It's on
was.
there because he knows
But
it
it's
in his
not on
heart that it's chaotic good.
I don't.
Did you hide it
He might be.
somewhere?
No, he might be neutral, but I think he's on the way to.
It's not on there.
Oh,
He's
yeah, I
not
thought he was-
evil, but he's not good.
Yeah, I think.
While he was reading
He's certainly not
Leech's
evil.
character sheet, I snuck into the bag of holding.
Correct. Commander Pepper is correct. Leech knows that his patron is Balisantrax. OD has probably forgotten, or if maybe in the mists of time he has reconfigured the information so that he no longer can put it together correctly. There was at least one point that I distinctly remember where he put everything together and was like, "Oh, I get it."
He is neutral.
He's neutral. I told you.
Lawful neutral.
Well,
He's
either
lawful
way,
neutral. He's 100% lawful, 9% neutral.
if one of us,
I feel like he's not good. He's not good. I'm telling you, he's not good.
You're
Phil's
right.
already like, man, when do I get to be DM again?
That's not my dice.
This is it.
It's not mine because mine's in the thing. I double checked because I was like, why the fuck is my dice out?
if one of
What have you
us,
been looking at?
The white one.
ODs maybe?
But I have one up there that's the same set. Anyway.
If one of us hangs
nice.
on to that rod, we'll be able to attune to it. If those mists just appear,
I'd know more if I could attune to it.
they weren't.
Look, it's a map with notes and everything.
They weren't terribly. I mean, they weren't tough. So
No.
they weren't too bad.
Yeah.
I think it'd be worth
There's
dealing
more-
with a couple more of them.
There's more to it, but
To find out.
I don't know the full extent of it unless I can attune to
If
it.
you want to see
Yeah.
the player's map, you can
Is that your way of saying give it up?
check Twitter.
Pass.
Let me
Let's go
hold the rod.
downstairs.
Let me hold it. It's not doing anybody any favors
Judge, you
sitting inside
cannot-
the fucking
You
bag.
cannot touch my rod.
Judge is
This was-
is Judge asking King for the rod of count?
I'm just saying,
Rodon
like, if I'm
rod?
attuned to it, I can. There's more to that rod. There's more that it can
What's
do,
the
but I
word?
don't know enough from it just from identifying it.
King, this was actually the Sapphire Sky's idea. They know we have that rod, and they know that it's of better use to us down there than it is to them
I know you're bullshitting.
up in the tower.
Not bullshitting.
I'm not bullshitting.
He like.
I mean, hey,
did you miss that
if
part?
you're gonna
on a
roll,
meta sense?
Yeah, from persuasion.
that's a 28 to
28?
to persuade you to give Judge the rod.
We are now entering dangerous territory
I was like, here we go.
Yeah.
where
I've had this happen
the players start trying to use their skills against each other. And my rule is that if your character is trying to persuade another, if your player character is trying to persuade another player character, barring using magic on them, the only option you have is actually persuading them, not rolling dice.
I only rolled because you rolled.
I know.
I just rolled inside as a joke.
Yeah, I know you guys were fucking around. But I was in fear that your screwing around was about to become real. So I am alerting you to the reality. So is King not gonna let Judge attune to the rod to figure out what else it can do?
No.
Okay.
Will you let me attune to the rod? Figure out what
Like,
else
is
it can
she?
do?
She's not gonna attack us. Like, what?
Yeah, I have no reason to
Or
attack you
he.
guys. I'm not chaotic,
Are you aware of that demon sword that has a mind of its own?
which I have also
Yeah,
not
it has
attacked
no
you with.
hands. That's
Right, the demon sword.
It does have hands. It has two of them,
It's a
and a silly tail. And
Just,
yeah.
don't let her get almost dead.
Yes, that one.
Oh fuck. The demon sword.
Yeah. Hold on. Let's give Judge
That's
this
why I was
powerful
like, why have I
fucking
not used any hit
vampire
die? And I
rod,
was like, oh, that's why I haven't used any hit die.
So
Some part of me remembered.
so that when the demon sword takes over, it can go haha and
I'll be killing you
vampire the
first.
fuck out of us. Yeah. So
So
pass.
can I hang on to it then?
Not right now. Let me get out of here.
Why not? Why do you need
When
to
we
hold
get
on
out
to
of-
it?
Because I'm the commander.
But I'm the weapon master.
It's not a weapon. It's a staff. It's a magic staff.
But
Are you the
use it in
magic weapon
combat.
master? No. Anyways.
But says I'll use it.
No, but it already exploded you.
That was just the ward. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that.
Let Butts hold it.
Anyways, we're going into Ringwell. I continue into Ringwell.
All right, where are you going?
What's gonna happen?
What's
So,
So we look at-
are we gonna try this fucking
well?
iron golem again?
Wait,
or are we
wait,
gonna go
wait.
the other direction?
There's multiple. We did the inner rings, right? Can I see what
Well,
I'm saying?
this is where the iron golem was.
Yeah, let's go the other
So
way.
we haven't gone this way. So we can
Let's
go
go
this
the
way.
other
We're not gonna go. Don't forget, Lady Violentia is still down there.
Mm-hmm.
She's fine.
yeah.
Okay.
We can stop and
should
we
check
should
it.
probably at
Check
least
on it.
check.
A check-in. You hungry?
Yeah,
well,
she's
too
still
fucking
there.
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess there's nothing really.
I mean, the hungrier she gets, the more she might be interested in talking. So we'll stop in, say hi.
We should at least see if she's still
Eat something.
alive.
Yeah.
Right?
At least still
She's-
there.
She is. Yeah, you can see from outside that the prismatic wall is still up, and she's sitting against the far wall of it, and she's kind of laying her head back against it, and her eyes are closed.
Oh,
She's probably just resting.
right.
It's
She-
probably
is
the
she
wisest
breathing?
thing to
Should
do.
I try and cut through this thing? Now
With
that my crystal's recharged.
Is it fully charged?
Yeah, as far as I know, I'm reading the description here, and it just says it recharges after a long rest.
Correct.
And it takes like 4 charges out of the 5 to do the
4 charges out of the 12.
out of the 12?
Yeah.
Well,
that's a medium
Is 4 the strongest thing that you can do with it?
There's some other things.
I think-
but it's the thing that will do the most damage.
Did Boots tell us about the gemstone dragonborn in the Sapphire Sky? About them possibly joining us to help us try to break open the prismatic wall.
Probably good.
I would have at least told you guys that, like, their guy, who was a gemstone dragonborn, would have said,
Phil, you roll a d6 every day.
I roll a d6.
Yeah.
I'm curious what the equivalent of that
Is this
is
medium?
to a dragon. Like, if that's one dragon worth.
Well, because I was wondering, like, if we should wait to see if
Yeah,
Sapphire Sky
okay.
is going to send their boy down.
Yeah.
Or their the
So, like-
dragonborn down.
If this is an equivalent of like a dragon or two dragons, then we have.
So I have 9
One
charges.
Okay. That's still a pretty good amount.
Right.
Oh, because you roll at the beginning of every day, right? And you recover that many.
Right.
What is
Yeah.
it? I don't know.
After every long rest.
It might be wasting it if we don't
Well,
have any other dragons.
you can always give it a shot and see what it does. It gives us more information, and he still has one more use of it without breaking his gem.
She hears you folks talking, and she opens her eyes and stands up. You're not in the room, though, so she hasn't said anything. She's just standing there waiting.
So you want to give it a shot?
Can.
Let's see what happens.
All right.
All right.
Wait, what's that mean? What was that? What
That's me
lightsaber?
powering up my sword.
Oh, you're using some charges to cast amplify, correct?
Yep. On my sword.
So Slim's sword is sheathed in this coruscating rainbow energy, not entirely unlike like the Bifrost from the Thor movies. And Slim, I assume, enters the room.
Mm-hmm.
And Lady Violentia sees your sword and says, "Good luck."
Doesn't go out or anything like that.
Oh no!
I'd say, like, if she's.
I'm just gonna tell you now, like psionic powers working here. They just don't penetrate the wall. Your psionic abilities, like when you use Misty Step, you ended up you couldn't get into the wall. It went, boom, it like skips the wall. It skips the space
So if the
that the wall's
hole,
made up of.
the hole's big enough, like, she should try to come through, right? Like, that's the goal here. Is
Slice
like,
open a hole and then jump through.
Yeah.
I don't know.
'Cause I don't know if it's gonna.
I'm thinking it shatters or something. I don't know.
Oh, I wasn't sure if it was gonna be like the thing whenever Orozivaar did it, and it basically was just like a hole that's just like yay big. Like if you do it, if it can like rend like a seam or something that she can at least try to get through before it closes or something like that.
I don't know. We're just seeing what happens. I might
Like,
get
cut her in half.
I might get all fucking jacked up again.
Oh
We're
yeah.
gonna find out.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right.
Yeah, you see
run.
Slim take a swing at this thing, and your minds instantly go back to yesterday when some of you, I think, actually you two, you folks didn't, to King and Boots go back to a very similar scene where Lady Orozivaar hacked at this thing over and over again with her sword, and it did no good. Slim, dances forward and hacks into the wall. And there's definitely some interference between the sword and the energy of the wall. You see the wall shimmer. It glows brighter where Slim's sword hits it. And then that brightness kind of goes vroom, 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 and like bounces around the wall, but it doesn't penetrate it. And from your point of view, it feels like you just hit a rock wall.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Now your sword is still, it lasts for the duration. Your sword is still sheathed in energy,
Right.
but it does not appear to
I wonder if it was like we should have put the crystal directly to the thing and then tried to use the charges
That's what
that way.
That's what the lady did. The dragon lady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll let her know that
Tomorrow.
we're working another angle of this wall, and we'll be back. Enjoy your nap.
She says, given enough time, I think it's almost certain that my agents will get me out of here. But I'd rather not wait. What is it the Chain of Acheron are doing down here? Let's negotiate.
Trying to stop the Black Iron Pact from claiming the things that are down here.
Black Iron Pact are a cult. What does the chain care about a cult?
They work
really
for
don't
Ajax.
Ah. Yes, that's right. I've read the broadsheets. The Chain of Acheron wants to stop Ajax. Ajax the Invincible. Ajax the Iron Saint.
I mean, those are just words.
His words.
Yeah, and how much can you trust him?
Well, trust him, I don't know, but bet against him, I wouldn't. Did you know that his wizard studied here in the city?
I think we did.
We know that.
We know
We know
that
Heath
position.
I
started
know
here,
Ajax
too.
did.
Yeah.
Oh, his wizard did too?
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of, I think, what we'd assume, right? Because all the big, powerful, magical users tend to go to the college or the whatever here.
Where did he study?
The Royal College of Sorcery.
Oh,
Under Prince El Arash.
interesting. Are you willing to tell us at this point who your agents are?
Well, I'm certainly willing to reward you for freeing me. And there are many people in the city who would give almost everything. Some to be out of my debt and some to be into it.
Can you tell us what you're doing as being part of the Black Iron Pact?
I was doing a favor for someone.
Was it not tied to your organization?
Not directly. But we're also interested in Ajax and his operation.
In what way?
Well, there are a lot of people in the city who are eager to oppose him, and I felt, that if we could get ahead of the game there, we could trade in a lot of favors.
So were you hoping to get some of the artifacts in this area to further that cause?
Well, I didn't know anything about Ringwell. I'm as surprised as anybody else that this place exists.
I see.
But I was certainly interested in what the Black Iron Pact were up to.
How long have you been an infiltrator?
I was only driven to this desperation 4 days ago.
Wow, they trust easy.
I have, they trusted Lady Violentia.
Ah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Good references.
Have we investigated this room much more?
Yeah,
Like, have we looked for secret switches
There's like
or
some
anything like that?
symbols on the wall and shit like that. There's a
Yeah.
door that leads out the other way to a room that has nothing in it.
Yeah.
Can
Nothing.
Leech read any of the symbols?
Any of what symbols? I'm sorry.
And I
what?
was just saying there's symbols in this room.
Oh, I thought there was like around the
There's a
sconces or something.
there's a circle of warding that is generating the prismatic wall.
And the walls themselves are sparkly,
Correct.
but otherwise,
they're marble or they're granite
Like sands.
that have they're not sandstone. The walls in here are granite, and they have flecks of something glittering in them. The light catches them every once in a while. So as you walk around, they sort of sparkle.
Since
Oh, that's the stuff you're talking about, like the dust.
while they're doing that,
Yeah.
talking to them while I've still got the energy on my sword.
Yeah.
I want to try just like chopping at the floor or like around the glowing area. You know, like
doesn't-
under it or near it.
It doesn't do anything. It's like
Doesn't
it's
hurt
like-
the floor.
Not really. No. I mean, it scratches it,
Mhm.
but it doesn't. It doesn't cut through the floor.
Right. Okay. Worth a try. Feel like undermine it or something.
Yeah, it's wondering.
Like if the ring.
I feel certain
Yeah, that's why it's great way
that
the
my organization can help yours.
Whenever we get you out of here, are you going to go back to rejoining the Iron Pact, or is your disguise kind of broken at this point?
I don't think they would trust Lady Violentia again. So if I wanted to continue to spy on the Pact,
Mhm.
I would have to subvert another of their agents and replace them.
Are you using some kind of disguise spell or ability in order to take over that person's role?
Is she one of the faceless men? Well, no, if she's
Appearances can be deceiving.
that's
I've heard that before.
there's
understand.
the Mask of Many Faces warlock
Hmm.
or Eldritch Invocation.
well, maybe if we could get in touch, if we could get in touch with your organization in such a way, candidly, as to sort of facilitate breaking you out of here. It seems like we've got some overlapping interests. Maybe we could be of use to one another.
Can you communicate with your organization while you're in there, or is the anti-magic also inside that chamber?
I have to rely on my organization's resources.
But your organization doesn't know you're in here. So if they were to know, then maybe they have some means to get this thing open.
We've done some tests, and this entire chamber, it can't be. There might be the ability to scry into it, perhaps, but we know now that, like, gods can't see into here. So if that's what you're relying on, that's not going to work.
What's your investigation?
Mine.
No, Slim.
Mine.
Investigation?
I don't know if we've actually like investigated the room. I don't remember.
It's not.
If we did any of that.
It's not anything special.
Yeah, there's
Int is my lowest score.
And I think we walked around with the sword too to see if there's any doors.
No, I leave Exile outside.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't know what's gonna happen if I bring Exile in here. Makes me a bit nervous.
We specialize in information, so I'm certain that there's something that we could learn that would benefit your operation.
Mm-hmm.
What it is, at the moment, I don't know. I'd have to get out of this.
The question is it worthwhile for us to get in contact with your people and let them know where you are?
What we're looking for,
Given that there doesn't seem to be any obvious way to get you out of this little pickle.
I think what we need are more. Does your organization? Do you work with Gemstone Dragonborn?
I can, if needs must.
Because we need more of them.
that's probably what it would take to get rid of the.
Because the only ones that we're aware of is, well, one who's probably not too inclined to help us at this point. Another one that we've never met before. Have somewhat of
to kill her.
Well, yeah, and the other one that we've never met before, but have I think like an appointment with like not the editor in chief, but the printmaker. There's a Gemstone Dragonborn as part of the broadsheets. But then other than that, I don't know of any other Gemstone Dragonborn in Capital.
That doesn't mean
There's the Sapphire Sky
yeah,
one.
for sure.
Doesn't mean that's
There's
the
a guy
only
in
way
this
to get it
district
open.
who's walking around with my cape.
Oh, I think that's just a normal Dragonborn.
Yeah, it's just a normal dragon.
Oh, he wasn't a gemstone.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that
All the
that's
Gemstone Dragonborn, all the Dragonborn in Capital. Well, I mean, it's possible that one of the Warbreed could visit this place. But if you're a Dragonborn in Capital, you're almost certainly a Gemstone Dragon.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like I was saying, there's
Is there a Gemstone Dragon
Dragonborn.
support group?
Oh, it's me a favor.
I don't know. I don't know that we really need.
Is there like a neighborhood?
No, they're not. They're not an enclave or anything like that.
But that's not the only. They're not necessarily the only way to get the barrier open, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, we're going to keep investigating here, but
Yeah.
Lady Violentia is trying to figure out what she has that give you guys that would properly incentivize you. So she's racking her brain.
But
Trying to think.
incentivize us.
Do you know how to get through that door with the gilded runes?
Yes.
Oh,
Well, that's good enough for me. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah. It's pretty fucking big.
In fact,
That's not a wish.
no, I know. In fact, I know. And the Black Iron Pact does not.
Oh.
Interesting.
but didn't they already say that one person went through it and it's still in there?
Yeah, Lady Orozivaar claimed that she chased someone through that door and closed it behind her.
Yes, they used a wish.
I see.
I'm talking about
Non-wish.
opening the door.
All right. Well, yeah, I mean,
That would certainly be enough, I think.
for that, who do we need to get in contact with to bust you out of here?
You know as much as I do. I watched your zealous friend concentrate and burn some of her mental energy, and she puts her hand up on the wall where the hole was, and she made a difference. And And she looks at Slim's crystal and she's like, it just takes power.
We need more dragon.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Well, if OD's patron is a gemstone dragonborn
Oh.
or gemstone dragon, what can we need OD here for this, but
Yeah.
Maybe you could give.
Oh yeah,
Grab
because
some
if anybody
power.
can
Just
see into
takes
this area, it gods
Oh,
can't,
yeah.
but I bet Bellasantrix could.
Right.
Bellasantrix.
It just takes power.
So would I be
Or
able
maybe-
to
But I don't think
use
he wants to wake her up.
charges to just like how would that work?
What did Lady Orozivaar do?
As far as I know,
Just
she just
concentrated.
concentrated, touched it.
Yeah.
You just got to get like 5 dragons.
But when she was done, Lady Valencia said she was spent.
Yeah.
So basically, you're gonna have to use your entire Psionic Crystal or most of it, I think, to be able to make an impact.
well, we're gonna have to get more charges and
Yeah, I mean, I just
burn 4.
Either to get more charges, or we have to start recruiting some Gemstone Dragonborn to come down here and help us get her out.
yeah.
Well, let's hope we don't use any more charges today.
Is
and then
Ox
we
a
come back.
gemstone?
No, we already asked
No.
that.
Did I mishear something? She said like her agents could get her out of there.
She thinks that eventually they'll find her.
Yeah.
But eventually they'll find her.
we could speed that process up by getting in touch with them.
Right. What he said.
But she seemed reticent to want to have her agency come find her this way.
And quite honestly, we don't want more people coming down here.
Yeah.
That's true. That is just like more third
We
party.
just managed to avoid
involvement.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if I made a simple transaction? You're mercenaries. You accept coin. How much for your gemstone? Perfectly above board transaction.
Priceless.
I don't know if
don't
you're a
think
money
we-
talks kind of
I
guy.
don't- Yeah, I don't know if we can buy another one of those.
Well, but I mean, this is also our, if we burn the crystal and break this barrier, we're in.
Do you have means to acquire another one of these gemstones? So, because what we'll worry about is this one breaking, but we need, they're very important to us to have at least one.
Lady Valencia says it would take time,
Well, yeah.
but properly motivated, anything's possible. And I'm highly motivated to get out of here.
Copper.
Yeah.
Sweet copper.
So cute.
Name your price. Completely typical transaction, kind I make every day.
One piece of info.
You're
please,
mercenaries?
and one gemstone dragon thingy thing, please.
Imagine someone hired you to recover such a bauble. How much would you charge?
What do you want? Is there something you want more than money?
You're throwing away the chainsaw.
Yeah.
Right,
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't want Slim to get rid of that.
That-
I
that-
know.
New chainsaw.
Oh, come on. You're the chainsaw.
yeah, but
You don't need that fancy
that's
crystal.
that's what
With
turns
that
the
crystal-
chainsaw on.
The
That's
real
what- yeah,
chainsaw is in
reps
you all
it.
the.
that crystal pours on the damage.
Yeah.
He's got to get you a better sword.
He's
Or another
got a really
crystal.
good sword.
We got to get you full Vorpal.
Don't give it up.
Perhaps not money. Perhaps there's something else you desire. And Lady Valencia literally says, Matt would never say this, but Lady Valencia literally says, perhaps there's something else you desire. Women. Power. Whatever it is that Gith yearn for. Solace.
To think about that.
Well, I'll be here. And she goes and sits back down against the wall. While you're thinking, make sure your stone is fully charged.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, yeah.
We should make her
Like-
aware that that's going to take
That's
a day or two.
Yeah.
And we need to not use the stone.
Even if we wanted to, it's like
The
we can't do it
stones.
yet. Yeah.
get me those stones.
Yeah. SJMA says the chainsaw was inside you all the time.
Yeah, that's what I said.
The chainsaw was really the friends we made along the way.
Sorry, guys, but the chainsaw requires these,
Yeah.
and that gemstone gives us 3 of them every attack.
Somebody in chat had already made the joke I was making with maybe the real chainsaw was a friend.
I said that too, but everyone was talking.
I mean,
so.
she said that she thinks in time she could get us a new one too, maybe a better one. There's bigger ones.
Hey, I mean, if you guys are willing to give up the damage in combat,
Well, fortunately, we have some time to think about it
Yeah.
because we
Can't even do it now if we
yeah,
wanted to.
we need to charge the
Mhm.
thing.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, she's already sat back down. She assumes you folks are going to talk about it, and blah blah.
And I'll go ahead and write Angel a letter saying,
Recruit more
see if
dragons.
you can get a lead on another psionic crystal.
Oh, you're gonna do it?
We're thinking about it.
Mm-mm.
That's weird. Don't appropriate my language.
Yeah, you write a letter to Angel, and you get a letter back almost immediately. And the letter says, "Boss, oof, Angel."
that's a yikes for me, Doug.
I send him one back that just says, "Well, we had to try."
He didn't say no. He's just like, oof. Yeah, those things aren't a dime a dozen. Anyway, what are you guys going to do next? You got a whole map.
We're
Go,
going
go,
down
go.
that other path.
The other way.
Show me. That one?
Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah, we're not super interested in fighting the old Iron Golem again yet.
Well, how do you know there's an old iron golem there?
He's just falling down the hole.
We'll go look later.
I mean, we could peek in the room.
With the iron goal?
Yeah. While you were gone, Judge went into that room and
Oh,
fell down
yeah?
the hall.
Yeah.
Okay, see you guys later. Good thing I took fly. So I can fly back out.
You took fly?
No, I was just kidding. But I could have.
You have fly?
Yeah. I have a whole bunch of spells.
duh.
Yeah,
duh.
she's the spellcasting over here.
Yeah.
That's why your turn takes an hour, right?
She's like the wizard
Yep.
over here.
Exactly. I did take remove curse, but I guess if you get cursed, you'll just have to remain cursed.
Well, if you want to teleport into Phil's game and help us out.
Are you guys cursed in that one?
Yes.
Very much so.
Really?
Yep.
Yes.
Some worse than others.
Oh,
That's true. Yeah, Justin Cherry.
He's double cursed.
Justin Cherry found what appeared to be the ancestral weapon of his people, and was like, "Oh, I found Excalibur!" And then comes running out to like say, "Oh, the problems are all solved. I found Excalibur." And from our point of view, he's wielding like a carpenter's hammer.
Oh no!
And we're like, "You okay?"
The next day,
Hell dust.
at work, there's just a crappy little framing hammer on the shelf in the IT room.
Uh-huh.
I just took it and just set it on his desk.
That's awesome.
That's good.
Remove curse is pretty cool, actually. I thought it would make sense down here.
Have we even been cursed before? I don't even know.
No, it says one creature or object is freed of all curses. Cursed magic items break attunement with their owner.
I think I got cursed
You?
at one point.
Really?
You
I've
are cursed
hexed
by
people.
Asmodeus.
No, it was like something.
That's not a curse. That's a blessing.
I think one of the undead things in the mausoleum put a curse on me.
That was a
F.
reduced temp hit point.
Oh no.
It's been like fucking 20 years since I used a
It
program.
was like I had to
or compass. This isn't.
I had to roll a die to and reduce that
Oh.
number from everything.
Oh, that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the Bodak.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, the Babadook
Right?
Oh, but
scared you.
The Babadook. Yaga.
I really wish with the fucking pencil. I really wish Odie was here.
For the thing.
Yeah, we got a whole thing. We got a whole thing ready for him.
Just lots of hugs. That's all. If he's watching right
He's
now.
not watching. He's asleep. Are you kidding?
I need pencils. Lots of pencils.
What is that? Oh.
The rubbing. Is it?
Like a seal.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, like Indiana Jones.
Tote.
Yeah.
In Indiana Jones when he grabs the medallion.
Is that whenever their face melts? No, that's whenever they open that box. I haven't seen all the Indiana Jones.
Spoiler.
Spoilers. I think like Lars literally only ever saw that movie for the first time a little while ago.
Wow.
I don't think so because he's the one who told me that I should watch it, and then he gave me like a DVD of it. And I was like, what do I do with this thing?
When did
A DVD. What am I supposed to do with this?
when did Indy come out? Was it like
82.
82?
Yeah. It was the same year as it might have been 81. Might have been 81.
I remember sitting in the theater.
Yeah. That was a fucking amazing movie. Seeing
Yeah.
that for the first time on the big screen.
There it is.
What the
Whoa.
heck?
Whoa.
That's a lot
Bubbles.
of little
It's got
jigs.
Bubbles.
That looks like the end of the map, though, on that side.
bubbles.
Yeah. Unless one of these things has like a trap door in it that goes down or something.
Mm. Well,
Each one teleports us to
Oh my god.
dot dot dot.
Jerry says 1981.
1981.
So, several of the rooms that are adjacent to this large room are empty,
okay.
and they're doors. They're silver doors, but they're just in various states of standing open.
What's the room look like? Sorry, I think did I miss it whenever you guys walked into it?
We haven't got
It looks like the rest of Ringwell. It's got round walls and a very, very, very slightly curved floor and a very, very slightly curved convex ceiling. There are carvings on every surface, largely worn away. Every once in a while, you can make out a figure, like a hieroglyphic figure, but mostly it's erosion over eons has degraded everything in here. And let's see, and other thing. Yep.
And so each of these adjacent rooms, is each one blocked by a silver door?
Well, most of them, I would say, because I know 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the 7 rooms, there are small rooms and big rooms, just have silver doors open.
cracked open. So
One
we
of
can see inside.
them, yeah, in fact, let me see this and I'll mark which ones are
Yeah.
standing open. So
Sorry about that. Just stepping.
that's fine. So this one's open. This one's just standing open. This one's just standing open. Yeah, so all the ones in the middle are standing open. And then this, let's call this A, then B. And the mods are asking me to take a picture of this so Twitter can see it. There you go.
Thanks.
So A and B are the ones that are closed.
They're not closed, they're complex. Stand by.
Complex. Camera on you, Ina. You
Scoot to your
maybe scoot
right
it a little bit. There you go.
There you go.
Yes, Jerry?
Yeah, there we
I
go.
just heard mumbling.
We are in
Yep.
this one.
Remember it. I'm not doing that again.
There is the room at the bottom has an open silver door, and it has there's a pile of gold that is sitting at the bottom.
Traps. Jerry, your mic is still hot.
Yeah, his mic has been hot the whole time, and not the whole time, but Jerry turned your mic on and then said nothing and left your mic on. Now his mic is off.
All right, so pile of gold at the base of the door?
Yeah,
Like it's spilling out of the door?
like there was gold in the runes on the door, and the gold melted. You've seen this before.
Oh, melted gold, not like gold coin. Okay.
Not gold coins. Okay.
Correct. And the door in the north, yeah, there's no door there. There's just a pile of jade where a door
Interesting.
should be.
Interesting. That's where the jade was.
A destroyed jade door.
And then For the other rooms, these are the ones that are closed with basic silver doors.
They're not closed.
Oh, they're ajar?
Open?
Yeah, they're just runic silver doors that are open, just
Okay.
standing open.
Open and empty.
And empty.
Empty. Okay.
Well, yeah.
So
No gold that's fallen out of the door.
Nope, they just seem really old, and
so they took everything. Someone did.
oh, interesting. Hang on.
Does it look like they've been recently opened, or?
Well, I don't know. We're gonna have to find out. Stand by.
Okay.
God, it's been so many weeks since I prepped this. I don't remember how this works. Yep.
Is there anything else in this room that I missed?
He didn't. He
Just a
just
bunch
said it
of
was basically
doorways?
like the other rooms where it's kind of like the floor is kind of like this and the ceiling is just kind of like that, like convex. Or
Doorman.
yeah, convex. Just very slightly, like bubbled out. He said on the walls there's like hieroglyphics and stuff, but
That's
there's
just normal
no, like,
Ringwell.
huh?
That's everything. That's
Yeah.
almost with the exception of the God Blind and maybe there was one of the lead
Lead.
lined rooms.
Mhm.
That's been true of all of Ringwell.
Mm.
Stand by. Pay no attention to the fact that I'm looking at the monster menu. Purely,
You don't
purely
need what's
for
in there.
purely for research
Yeah,
purposes.
there's items in there, right?
Yeah.
So a room is open with a pile of jade where
Yeah,
the door
these
should
jade
be.
crumblies.
So I assume you can't like. Can we still see in it? I wonder.
Maybe that's what the jade was. And this has the cool.
We'll be able to take a look in it after we fight a.
Ta-da. Jade Golem.
Hey, that's my line. That's my line. Stay in your lane.
Pardon me.
Yeah.
Be right back. Get some
Jade,
more.
gold, both are open.
And both are empty.
That's he said. I think that's what he's figured out.
I mean, they're all empty. Every room here is empty.
Okay.
But you guys are going to be, but they're empty in different ways.
Okay.
Right.
And but something's going to happen before you guys really have a chance to investigate them. I'm just trying to.
Yeah.
It's somewhat complex, and I got to figure out exactly how it's going to manifest.
Okay.
Oh.
I want some more cheese.
You could just go. No, don't eat Cheez-Its on the stream. I was going to say.
Turn
You
off,
could
just
go,
turn off my mic.
Yeah.
It is 10:03, but
I
we're
assume-
not. We haven't done any. We haven't rolled any dice. We haven't found anything. What kind of
got some
D&D is that?
dice.
We rolled
You can't
some
just play. You can't just role play all night and plot and scheme and send your agents out to kidnap innocent dragon knights.
Working really well for us.
Well,
Keep doing
I
that.
mean, yeah, but that's what I'm here for, to make sure they're not working well anymore.
Well, I rolled a 16 on initiative because I assume that's what we're doing.
I'm sorry, Judge. Can I see your character sheet? I just want to read how one of your abilities works.
Oh, you probably want this one then,
That sounds good.
unless you want numbers.
Right. Thank you. Copper, can I see your character sheet?
Am I being confused or hallucinated?
No.
Okay. 'Cause I have advantage on that.
You are not being confused or hallucinated. I need you to roll a 20-sided die and tell me the result.
It's a 13.
13. You can have this back.
Oh, I see. Hellslight.
Maybe.
Uh-huh.
You don't know.
Uh-huh. I was like, what would me and Copper have in common? And I was like, I bet we both have like super good detection of invisible, hidden, or obscured creatures or some
Specialized.
shit. Specialized.
Copper,
Hello.
you are
A goblin.
so
I got
you so the Chain of Acheron have entered this quite large room. It's almost I think it's actually a little bit bigger by about 10 feet in radius from the Iron Golem room. Right? So once again, everything you guys have found so far has been circular and asymmetrical. And this is some sort of archive or jail. It's got a bunch of these antechambers around the edge. All the doors are open. Some just appear to be kind of standing open, unremarkable. One is standing open, and there's a now cooled pile of molten gold at the end. The other one, there's no door at all, just a bunch of jade crystals
Okay.
sitting there. And as you folks are looking around, Copper attacks Slim. It's
What?
initiative.
Oh my goodness.
What?
Plot twist. Copper,
Well, this is going to be the
rascal.
easiest combat I've ever run.
Why? Because Slim's gonna cut off Copper's head.
What would happen if you rolled a
Fuck,
20
for real?
on?
Should I get the...
What? Sorry.
I had not considered that. What?
Are we drawing this, or?
I don't think we need to draw it. We'll just do theater of the mind.
Woo.
You guys presumably there's no terrain in here. You guys can get. We can keep track in our heads of who's.
I'm 16.
King has a 16. Copper.
That side.
Sorry.
Sorry, AC.
12.
Copper is actually Copper.
Oh, you roll it.
What's your dex mod?
5.
You have an 18.
Oh boy.
That's right.
Oh my god.
And it's easy to do better than that. Slim.
14.
Boots.
11?
Well,
but-
some of these are supposed to have pictures on them, but some of them are really well done, and some of them are kind of half-assed.
Well, if you
but I
had
could-
killed off all the new fucking characters all the time.
I'm sorry. Boots. 11.
Can I use my lieutenant ability?
Your what ability?
My lieutenant ability.
Not yet. You can't because you're about to be surprised.
Okay.
Oh, I can't be surprised.
Judge.
3.
Awesome.
I rolled a 1.
Judge is my favorite. Does it literally say you can't? Because you have the Iron Stone.
Yeah.
Right. So you are in a constant state of readiness. You are, as OD would say, always maintaining.
Yes.
And so
I am.
you very calmly notice Copper, his eyes kind of dilate, and he looks around like this. He's like, and then he mouths something. Make an investigation check.
Not this nice. You're in timeout.
Why don't you use the red one? The red one does well for you, usually. Except today,
Investigation,
it's going
you
to be
said?
a 2.
Investigation.
2.
I think it's just
I'm a wizard here.
I'm a wizard.
This one.
you're like
Roll that one. See what you would have gotten.
why are you yawning right now?
7.
Yeah, you just notice Copper kind of mouths something. He says, and then he shoots Slim. Or yeah, Copper. So Tom, what I need you to do is do everything
Normally do.
Copper would do
Yeah,
if Slim were the enemy and a threat and trying to kill
got
it.
it. But not Big Cat.
What's Big Cat do in this situation?
You're in charge of Big Cat.
Oh, nice.
No, not nice, Copper.
So I can't, obviously Copper is not 100% aware what's happening,
Yeah.
but Copper's awareness is still in there.
Okay.
So you are still Copper, and you know what Copper can do, and you know what Big Cat can do, and you can speak with Copper's voice. It's just that there's something else. There's something else happening that's compelling you, and it doesn't even occur to you to resist.
Yeah.
It's actually it might occur to you. Let me do something.
Okay.
This is crazy. I'm scared.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, do everything Copper would do.
gonna shoot away.
Yeah.
Give me a scratch you.
Does a 26.
Yes.
Oh my god.
If you roll a 1, it has to be a 2.
Yeah, I still get the weapon master thing.
Absolutely you do.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're a senior officer in good standing of the Chain of Acheron.
8 damage.
Okay.
Is are you bigger than me?
Yes.
He's definitely bigger than you.
So +7. I'm gonna use my Fury of the Small.
8 plus 7,
Yeah.
so 16.
Oh dear.
Copper's just going all out. Oh fuck. Okay. Fuck. My turn is so far away.
All right. 22
Yep.
for 12 damage.
This is cool. Anyway, I think it's
Sweep
cool.
the leg.
All right.
And what does Big Cat do?
Yeah, Big Cat will move up closer to Slim.
I like Slim though.
Yeah. Get him, Slim. Or not, no, Slim. Get him, Big Cat.
Yeah, Big Cat seems confused, but Big Cat does
Yeah.
what Copper
I
wants.
told you. She maybe she like hesitates. I'm like, I told you to go.
Actually,
Poor
yeah.
Big Cat.
What?
You order Big Cat,
Yeah.
and Big Cat moves to attack Slim,
Uh-huh.
but Big Cat doesn't attack.
Okay. Big Cat, what do you...
Yeah. It would frustrate Copper.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's something wrong.
Okay.
But Big Cat's not going to attack Slim.
Okay.
Big Cat knows better.
Well, Big Cat's also a member of the Chain of Acheron. He's a chief mouser.
She signed the
Mouse.
contract.
Yeah, she puts her paw.
She's the
giant paw
actual-
print.
Yeah.
She's the actual lieutenant.
She's-
Yeah.
Is that the end of your turn?
I'm done then.
How many attacks did you use?
2.
2 attacks on Slim?
Yeah.
They both hit?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
cool.
You're just making sure that he...
So Slim, for no obvious reason, Copper has just attacked you.
Uh-huh.
Scare him.
How does... Like, so Boots can't use his lieutenant thing?
It's well, I'm sorry. Slim,
Surprised, right?
Slim
So-
the only person who's not surprised is Judge, and I believe surprise means you can only take reactions or some shit. There's some crazy limit, and I'm going to look it up right now.
I'm trying to think of.
See if I can get there faster than chat does.
So
It's a race.
I think he would. Okay, so he would be surprised, obviously. But is there any?
It's not, I'm not going to find the monster manual. I'll tell you that for nothing.
Oh my god.
I guess what I'm wondering is, would there be any indication on Slim's part that this is like?
If you're surprised you can't move, you cannot take an action on your first turn of combat, and you cannot take a reaction
Oh, so I
Until
can't
that
even
turn-
react.
until that turn ends. See, they say whenever I play it like this, they're like, there's no such thing as a surprise round in 5th edition. I'm like, no, but there's the same thing as a surprise round, which is you can't fucking do anything.
Right.
A member of a group can be surprised, even if that's the only difference is, I think, is that it's on an individual basis. Yeah, you can't move, you can't take an action, and you cannot take a reaction until that turn ends.
So what the hell can you do?
You can look.
Yeah, I guess you can, I don't know.
Oh
You
my
can
You can be
God.
surprised.
fucking die.
Yeah.
That's so dumb. What's the point of the Iron Stone then?
Yeah, and my lieutenant ability is a
You
reaction.
can do those things.
Yeah, you can do stuff.
can
Oh,
do
I
stuff.
can?
None of
I
us
can
can.
act?
You can't
Yeah.
be surprised. So Slim is surprised. Slim's like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
Ow. Whereas you're like,
Oh.
So you can take your turn normally.
I can act?
Why'd you
Yep.
put my thing away?
because I want to read, it says that's a condition in 5th
Does that
edition.
mean
But it's
Copper-
not listed on the list of
You get
conditions.
to go, and then I go after. So it's like one full round.
That's something we
'Cause
can,
you
that's something we
get
can
to
fix.
attack,
And when we
right?
make our
I
DM
get
screen.
to go.
Yep. And then I'll
And
go
then you
again.
would go again.
And then everyone else.
So yeah, Slim spends his turn going, the fuck is Copper doing? Slim, make an insight check.
Insight. Okay, I'm pretty good at that. Except when I roll a 3.
You have a
Okay, well,
You have
inspiration.
8.
you'll get to do that again. Don't worry. It's King is surprised, Boots is surprised, Judge. Judge is never surprised by betrayal within the party.
Of course. Copper and him have been talking about it for fucking ever. Him and Leech,
Yeah,
I've
Leech.
overheard them. It's finally he's trying.
Now's my time.
Why is this your chance to do it? We're
I
all
would say that
helping.
while the Ion Stone is active, you just have this crazy like Zen awareness where
And my
you're
field of
basically
view slider is like
you're basically like other people can be surprised, but you're kind of always in this state of being able to act at any moment.
Leech rolled an 18. By the way.
Leech, I think Leech asleep.
it's a state of. I watched an episode
Leech
of
is my
Friends for the first
retainer
time
right
ever.
now.
I think it's called a state of unagi.
Okay, so it's your turn.
Yeah. So unagi.
Do something.
I'm gonna cast dispel magic on Copper.
Okay, mark off the spell.
Yeah. Dispel any magical effect
no, it
on a
does.
creature object. And my DC is 16.
Yeah.
You're a devil. Actually, I'm gonna use my bonus action to put a seal on Copper. That way he'll have disadvantage against saving from it.
I think what he's trying to get at is he's not going to say it because it's not magic.
Correct.
Not gonna use my seal.
If you didn't get it by the smiling.
If we're doing better.
Ooh. Ooh, interesting.
Don't you have a whole person?
I do, but I
That's what I was gonna do.
I wanted
So
to
that's the
fix
end of
it.
Judge's
Yeah.
turn. Copper.
Now
Slim
can, now
has
can
to
you do
die.
the lieutenant thing?
Oh my god.
Yes.
Slim has to die.
Yes, it's round 2. If you want to, you can do the lieutenant.
Use your
Slim
words.
has to die.
Put him back here.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Slim
Is
has
that
to
gonna-
die.
Swap Copper and Judge.
Slim can wait.
You can't use your lieutenant ability on Copper.
Slim has to die.
He's a member of the Chain of Acheron.
A robot.
He's got he's got something of a double consciousness right now.
That's kind of pointless then.
14.
I think he's
How'd I miss?
Probably-
The sun was in my eye.
What's your?
Oh wait, you
don't we have-
missed?
Yeah, 14.
Okay, hold on. Hold on.
Or 14 AC.
Yeah, that does miss, and I'm going to use my riposte.
Post.
He
might use-
smack that
Use
arrow
my
back.
reaction,
Yeah.
expend 1 superiority die, and make a melee weapon.
Copper's not in range.
I'm
He's
Where is he?
I'm like 80 feet away, probably. Sorry. Short bow.
he's not standing next to you.
Yeah.
He's not gonna stand next to you and shoot it. He's a ranger. And if we have to draw this out, we can. But there's like no way that Copper is gonna stand 5 feet away from you and shoot you with an arrow.
Yeah, okay.
I'm usually in the back anyway.
So I didn't see him like oddly moving away from me.
I mean, Copper tends to be in the back of the party. He tends to bring up the rear.
Try that. I don't like.
Unless you... No, you didn't move. You didn't move yet. So.
He hasn't got a chance to move yet.
Yeah.
All right, never mind then. You miss.
Okay.
Copper,
I got one more. Oh,
that fire arrow you
I was
got.
going to do that.
yeah.
What happens when you shoot it at somebody?
It explodes.
Yeah.
The fireball one?
Get out.
That's trying to get rid of all of our cool magic items tonight.
I know. There's something going on. He's like, fuck. I'm giving them too many, and I've got
I don't think you
laugh
guys.
online about it.
Definitely
Now
do
it's
not.
time to get rid of all
I
of them.
definitely do
Got
not
rid of
feel
the
like you guys.
gem, got rid of the.
I
No more
definitely do not
arrows,
feel
no
as though
more
you guys
gems,
have
no
too
more
many
fun.
magic items. I only just now thought of the fact that Copper has these magic arrows.
Right.
No, you didn't. You asked
I did.
earlier about it.
Did I?
Yes,
You did,
You
yeah.
did. That's why I'm just like. That's
That
why
was
I
for a different
whispering.
reason. That was for a different
No.
reason. It was.
Come on.
100%. You gotta trust
Get
me.
out of here.
You don't trust me?
No.
I
Are you
trust-
serious?
I trust you, Anna. You should trust me. Did you just look into the camera?
Yeah, I
That's my shtick.
did. Get out of here.
Let's do.
It's just a straight up fireball?
What does the arrow say?
Oh, for the thing that's.
Wait, the fire arrows are like the cool arrows that we need to kill Mortem.
No,
No.
not the red arrow. He's not going to shoot a red arrow at you. You're not a wizard. He's going to shoot one of his special 5 arrows he got from Sumat Pole.
I see.
Yeah, it says fireball.
Oh.
Fireball.
Well, you got to roll to hit.
Each creature
I think isn't it for
dex saving
I'm not gonna
throw
help
8d6 fire damage on a failed save. 8d6.
Nobody give him d6s.
Did you
Slim
hit?
has to die. What? No, it's a dex save. And if
Right,
you
so-
save, then you take half.
But if
have
if
to
you
hit
hit
first.
Slim,
Oh, I have to roll?
if you hit
it's
Slim,
an arrow. Sorry, it's
if
not
you
a-
hit Slim, the
Yeah,
fireball goes off.
You're right. I was
And then
thinking
it's
it was...
dex saves to see who's injured by the fire.
And if you miss, it doesn't go off.
Correct.
Yeah.
It's got like a little plunger at the end. Beep.
It's magic. It's magic. It's magic. arrow.
Slim has to die.
Copper.
18.
Copper.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Fuck! I should have gotten shield of faith.
Everybody in the room, including Copper and Big Cat, have to make a saving throw.
No. No.
Is it a dex save?
Dex.
Dex, yeah.
I got a 20.
Yeah, you made it.
I passed on
I
that.
also got 20.
19.
You made it. Yeah, you guys are fine.
Uh,
I'm sure Judge is fine. Leech.
17.
Oh, leech.
Why are you? Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you had this look on your face like, oh shit.
I was excited to tell you that I saved against it.
Leech. Bow Beach.
12.
12 is not enough. So go ahead and roll your damage dice.
Dude, Leech is gonna get incinerated.
Big
It's
Cat
just
and
like
I
that
both
thing with the
saved.
trash monster all over again.
Leech just got good HP.
I think it's 88, I believe.
How much HP?
86.
Oh wow.
Is it? I don't think it's D6s, is it?
Yeah.
It used to be D6s.
What he just said.
Oh, 86?
Look that
Okay. Okay.
What did I say?
88, 86. Yep. Let me know if you need 86s. I got 46s.
Oh, that's what I need, yeah. No.
And they're red. They're red. They're fire
Look
colored.
it.
Yeah.
And we got
Christmas
both
colors.
Copper, and fire.
copper
Wow.
and fire.
Oh my god.
Okay. 10.
So the good news is because he hit, there's no chance that the arrow is expended. It's only if he misses that his special arrows
28.
have a chance of.
Okay.
So you take 14.
14.
Everybody except Leech takes 14 damage. Leech takes 20.
That's
So
not-
does that include?
Actually, aren't you fire resistant, Anna?
Is there arrow
I
damage?
am, 7
that
damage.
goes with that?
No.
So then your normal arrow damage.
It's
Copper is
go
gonna
up.
fucking kill you guys if you don't do something.
Not if I kill him first.
Okay, so is it Leech's turn?
It's
Yeah, real Copper's still in there.
Wait,
Yeah.
Copper, did you roll your arrow damage?
Judge, no.
Copper,
I'm sorry,
did you roll
what?
your arrow damage?
No. Oh, in addition to the fire?
Yep, 100%.
Oh.
100%.
Is my sword going off at all?
What does your sword do?
It doesn't like demons.
No.
Good.
Good question. But no.
11.
Because that would be a problem.
Okay.
Slim's probably.
So now it's Leech's turn.
Now it's Leech's turn.
Okay, Leech, how big is this room?
It is as you see on the map.
60 feet or something?
Okay.
Mr. O'Driscoll is in chat. And he wrote, "What the fuck?"
Leech,
If only you were here, Matt, instead of
Wherever you are.
cast Fairy Fire on Copper. Is there anything visible?
Copper's lovely green body and brilliant black top hat. You notice that his blood pebble armor glitters in the fairy fire.
Light's hitting it just right.
Yeah. If only you were here, Matt O'Driscoll.
So nothing?
No?
Okay.
It's like possessed by a fucking...
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going to try to cast Turn
just gotta
Undead
beat
if
it
it's
out
an
of him.
undead thing that's doing it. And then we talked about, I was going to originally do Hold Person, but if we can get the undead to fuck off, we'll do that.
Yeah, Matt O'Driscoll asked a question that doesn't really mean anything. I don't know what he means. It's cryptic. Anyway,
We're trying to get Hazenauer to come play a wizard to replace you.
I think Matt O'Driscoll remembers more about how his character works than people here at the table. No surprise. That's what he
It's
gets.
too bad he's not here.
It is too bad it's really too bad he's not here.
Maybe he shouldn't have fucking got on a plane the day of stream if he wanted to play the game.
Maybe he should have driven home. It only takes 2.5 hours instead of
Maybe he
a plane that
should-
didn't take off.
Maybe he should use his words and text people on their fucking phone versus put it in
Do you
chat
have
where
your
they're
phone
not
with
looking.
you? I don't have my phone with me.
Is this?
I like how we're just talking to him through.
If only.
This is the most obscure way to have an argument with someone.
You're not charmed,
Imagine
by
going
the
back
way.
only 20
OD.
years and trying to explain what's happening right now to somebody. Okay, so
I was fighting with my good friend via a D&D live stream that he was watching in the Las Vegas airport on his phone.
wait, he was watching you play D&D on his on his phone?
On his telephone, man!
OD says, the abuse! And then OD says, fuckers. Listen,
Well, maybe
you're the one that's not here, Matt, so who is the true fucker?
What is this newspaper telling us?
Anyway, that was Copper. It's
me.
Leech. Leech cast Fairy Fire. You were covered in Fairy Fire. Slim. Slim, go ahead and make another insight check. Slim is the only person who has any chance of
24.
understanding what this is. Okay. If you will, I need a pair of scissors. Oh, look at that. They're right here. God damn. That's the nice thing about having all this crap here is that each of these abilities. Ooh, that was really good. Now make a history check to see how much of this you know.
History. Not so good at that. 3.
3. Okay. So no
Once
problem. Doesn't all you're doing is it's the difference between knowing what this is, which you do, and knowing what it can do, which you're not 100% on. Sorry. That's the first.
What's
still waiting on that text.
He's talking to you, Matt.
What is it that he just did a thing on?
Insight.
insight check, I think. Yeah.
He made his
On
insight
the-
check.
or
He
on
made
the-
his insight check, which means he knows what this is. He failed his history check, which means he doesn't remember exactly what it can do.
But he knows what it is.
Well, you don't know that he knows what it is.
What is it, Slim?
Okay.
Matt's like, I'm fucking sorry. Now I feel bad.
Are you going to say anything to us?
Well,
Does that help solve it?
He might give us a clue.
I'm just trying to think if he's just like, fuck you, you little bitch.
Yeah. I mean, you've known him for a while.
But
No, you haven't known him for that long. I
Copper's acting out.
all right.
guess. Hit him, I just-
It is your turn, Slim.
It is my turn. So as I attack,
How many? What's your? Okay.
I'm going to.
So yeah, you're gonna close. You're gonna
I was gonna
close
say,
and
what's your-
attack.
yeah,
30
I'm going
feet?
to close the distance.
Yeah.
You probably.
Yeah, I don't think this room is big enough for you to actually like.
Okay.
You're not like yeah.
Okay.
It's like 40 feet wide. I think.
Okay.
I think given how big this room is and what was happening, it makes sense that you guys are spread out. You're
Yeah.
investigating stuff. Copper tends to stay in the back.
Yeah.
But when you were possessed or whatever the fuck is happening, you weren't actively trying to hide from Slim. So
Okay.
his 30 feet should be enough.
That's probably yeah.
Really.
And I'm just going to call Mind Killer, and I will
Mind killer.
I will attack.
Okay.
Yes.
How many hit points do you have, Copper?
47. No, I talked. I lost 14, so whatever that minus 18 AC.
Wasn't a 20.
Oh,
So are you prepared to? Never mind. Like, you know how your shit works.
Slim.
You know how your shit works, man.
We've been through this before. Everybody dies.
Oh my god.
Dude. So
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You could die in this combat.
Yeah.
Slim could legit.
19.
Slim has a 5% chance of
Just
murdering
cut off your head.
Copper.
19 hits.
5% for every
Yeah.
swing, and he has multiple attacks.
Correct.
All right. So
Take him down
the
slow.
mind killer is not undead.
Okay.
So I'm going to
and let you attack.
I'm going to use a menacing attack to
Mind
try
killer.
and scare it.
It's some
Ooh.
kind of,
Oh, that's interesting.
yeah, it's some kind of.
Okay, so that's 20 damage, and you have to make a saving throw, a wisdom saving throw.
A 10.
That does not succeed, so you are frightened until the end of your next turn,
Ah!
unless these things are immune to
What is it?
that kind of stuff.
I'm gonna find out.
I mean, it's,
It might be. Is it frightening? I'm sorry. Is it fear? Being frightened?
yeah.
Yeah. Nothing happened. Sorry. Sorry.
Okay, well, it's not.
That's a good idea.
It's not undead.
Well, actually, yeah. You make a good point that I'm using stat blocks for something, which is a proxy, and I believe that this, yeah, no, it works.
They were once corporeal, inhabited the astral sea.
Everyone's corporeal in the
So
astral
does that
sea.
mean it is undead?
No, they're like ethereal creatures.
Yeah.
Slim has advantage from Fairy Fire. Roll another d20.
Are they devils?
They're not devils.
Still hits, but
Okay, but not a 20.
Yeah,
That's what we're
alright.
checking to see. Do you chop off Copper's head? So you notice after you use your
Revive.
menacing attack, you notice that his pupils go back to normal.
oh,
Yeah, and you remember what you've done. You
Oh.
don't understand why you did it.
He still has fairy fire on him. Do we see anything like fly out of his body?
Fairy Fire does not illuminate invisible creatures, does it?
Yeah, it
That's
does.
exactly what it does.
But you cast it on Copper, right?
It's
Well,
like
yeah,
it's
but
like a
it does
square
puts a
area.
circle around him. It's a 20-foot cube around
Yeah.
Copper's area.
It's anything within that
Let me
area.
see how. Well, let me look up Fairy Fire.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, I don't feel so good.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah, that was
you
good.
don't feel
Why'd you
good.
just hit me, Slim?
It's a bit unorthodox.
And you see like what, 4 arrows sticking out of my
We're all blasted with like
I was
fire
just-
and soot. It's like,
I'm
I
like,
was just,
give us all your weapons right
No.
now.
I was just having fun.
Sit down and sit on your hands. No more fighting.
Whatever it was, it has left him.
go to your room.
An attack roll against the affected creature. Okay. Each object is outlined in blue, green, or violet. Any creature in the area, when the spell is cast, is also outlined in light. Oh, each object and each creature is what it's saying. If it fails a dexterity saving throw. So,
Piss off the ghost.
well, that is a medium-sized number that I now have to look up the bonus to see. What's your DC, Leech?
14.
So, yeah, you notice for a moment this gith-looking thing. It looks sort of like Slim, but it's different in one noticeable way, that it looks very alien. And it takes a second to understand this outlined figure. You don't see any details. You just see its outline. And it looks like it has more elbows and knees than any humanoid you've seen before.
Whoa.
Like more arms or
Nope.
more like joints?
Joints.
Arms.
Whoa.
Yeah. And then it exits the 20-foot area of the
Is it floating?
Yeah.
Does it have like a little ghost tail? Like
ghost
Casper?
tail. It sounds like
Casper?
tail. Like Casper?
Well,
What's Casper?
would it do
Question.
that on it? Wouldn't it do
No
that on its turn?
This is what happens when it is compelled out of.
It moved out. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it does a thing.
It's like some Ghostbuster shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
It's not undead. It's just some kind of ethereal.
so now, stand by.
Its main attack is the ability to inhabit somebody else's mind.
Okay, so that was Leech. It's Slim.
It's a parasite.
No,
No, wait.
that was Slim. Slim did his first
And now it's
attack.
King.
I did
That
my
was
first
Slim.
attack.
Now
I
it's
didn't
King.
get to do my second
And
one.
we don't
Correct.
see where it went.
It's in this room somewhere. It's probably in this room somewhere.
It's out of me. I swear, Slim. Don't hide me.
I know it is. I saw it. I fucking scared it out of you.
The power of Slim compels you.
The power of Slim.
Now that you fucking like chewed up all my hit points.
You're fine. That's probably like nothing.
You did a
Bring
lot
me
of
an
damage,
old
dude.
Gith and a young Gith.
Which direction did it go? Did it go?
It went toward the
Right away.
exit.
And are any of us near the exit?
No.
Okay. Then I am going to Akimitsu a fireball at the exit
Relax.
and see if I hit it, I guess.
I also like.
I mean, I don't. You have advantage on invisible things, right?
Yeah, I have advantage on perception on invisible things. Can I roll and see if because like I want to see if I can see it on my turn because I want to see if
You have to make a perception check.
because I want to put a seal.
What the Hell Sight does is it makes it so that when you're looking for something, it's hard for creatures using magic to obscure their nature to hide from you. It doesn't give you a natural kind of background awareness. It's only when you're looking around. It's kind of like looking for the predator,
Yeah.
right? It's like if you're looking for it, you're like, oh, what? But if you're not looking for it,
Yeah.
you're not going to notice it.
Yeah, because I think I have to wait for my turn to do that because I want to use my bonus action to put a seal on it whenever I see it.
Yeah, I don't think it makes sense for me to burn a third level spell at the darkness. And I
Chad
can't-
is convinced that the glow persists for the duration of the spell. Sure, but this thing has moved outside the area of the spell.
Is it anything that was affected by it now automatically keeps the glow on it even if it moves out of the area?
Maybe, but not for this thing.
That's convenient.
It was inside copper when he cast the spell.
Mm-hmm.
So, King. Boots, you're next. You know what you're going to do, Boots? There isn't really, you can't see this thing.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Shoot the area, general area. No.
I can try and find it.
Yeah, I mean,
Judge, I mean, there's nothing there's not, like, at this point, the Chain of Acheron are like, fuck, we can't see it, we don't know where it
I want
is.
to try and use my hell sight to look for it
Okay.
and I make a perception.
I'll use my turn to cast guidance on you, so you get a D4.
That's a 16 plus 2 is 18. 18 to try and find it.
Yeah, you can see it.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and use my bonus action to put a seal on it.
Okay.
And then after I put a seal on it, I point out to the others where it's at. And then I'm going to use... What am I going to use?
Does Judge say anything when Judge identifies the creature? Does Judge let the team know that
Yeah.
Judge can see it?
That's what I said.
Okay.
I said after I put the seal on it, I can see where it's at. I point out to it. I said it's right there. I can see it. And then is it still by the doorway?
Mhm.
Okay.
Can you move the fairy fire?
Oh, maybe
I
like
think
a
so. Once it's there,
bonus.
it's kind of there.
Mm.
Is it a humanoid?
Copper can move near where he says it is, and it should illuminate
Okay.
it again.
In that case, I'm going to try and use hold person on it.
Okay.
And it's going to be a DC 16.
A person or a monster?
I asked if it was a humanoid.
Well, it is humanoid in appearance in the sense that it's got 2 arms and 2 legs and a head and bilateral symmetry.
And lots of elbow.
It's a wisdom.
That is, in fact, what humanoid means.
It's a wisdom save. 16.
What does whole person say? Does it say it only affects?
It says
I gotta look something up.
it says choose a humanoid that you can see within range. The target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be paralyzed for the duration. At the end of each of its
Okay.
turns, it can make another save. By the way, it's going to have a disadvantage on that save because it has one of my seals on it.
I'm afraid I'm gonna disappoint you.
Oh, great! No surprise.
because when you asked if it was a humanoid, I thought you meant like, does it look like a person? Not does it meet this? Well, yeah, no, it is technically not a humanoid.
Oh.
I just saw something you liked. It was really funny. It's the cat on the box with the fake.
I don't know. What that is.
You liked a post earlier.
Oh, okay.
And it was the cat. All the cats are around the box.
Oh, yeah, the
and
box,
has
yeah.
cat on it, and the box tips.
The cat goes like, it's like it's like coyote.
So you can see it. You have a seal on it.
I guess I'm just gonna magic missile it.
Okay.
So that's a 3. 3 darts go out for 1d4 plus 1 for each.
That's
of them.
cool.
So So that's going to be a 3 plus a 2 is 5. 5 plus 3 is 8. 8 plus 3 is 11. It's going to be 11 damage, and then these guys should all be able to see where the magic missiles are targeting and like
100%.
where it's hitting.
Yeah,
And
you can
I'm
all
just
make out every time one of Judge's little infernal photon torpedoes smashes into this empty space. You see part of the mind killer is outlined, but then of course it immediately goes away.
I'm just going to continue to like.
Are you done, Judge?
Yeah, I don't have anything else I can do.
Okie doke. Without telling anybody else, make a charisma save and write your result down on these cards.
Make a charisma save?
Uh-huh. Judge. Slim. It's only targeting one of you, but I don't want you to know which one it's targeting.
I see.
So it's not affecting all of
That's okay, I
you.
got this one.
It's only affecting one of you. I know which one it is. Thank you. Thank you. Got it. Thank you all very much.
Oh gosh, what is?
This is like the fucking changeling bullshit all over
Yeah.
again.
What are you doing?
Read that. Don't tell anybody else the result. Read this. Don't tell anybody else the result. Read this. Don't tell anybody else the
Oh, what
result.
is this?
This is fantastic.
Read this. Don't tell anybody else the result. Read this. Don't tell anybody else the result. Judge, you see the creature not try to escape, but it moves forward and it moves into the center of the room, and suddenly your hell sight is unable to track it, and it disappears. And you realize it's gone into one of the members of the Chain of Acheron, but you don't know who. I will see you folks next week.
Oh my god.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for watching, everybody. The Mind Killer will return this time next week. Look forward to the campaign diary. Going to be a lot of fun, I think. And a new Running the Game episode, hopefully next week. It's a great show, though, right? See you folks later. Until next time, be seeing you.